All right. Hey there. We've had some updates on Arena, and the most meaningful of which is the arrival of M19. I almost said M2019, which is incorrect, but maybe a little less than correct. Anywho, this is the new core set that had the pre-releases last weekend, the release events this weekend. If you've played at your local shop, you know. But this is the new core, and I did a draft last night at the shop, and it was pretty fun, and we had a good time with it. So, wanna go ahead and see how it plays out on Arena. I guess we'll see how the AI thinks of the drafting. We have, as you can see, we have competitive draft. We also have, there's been some client changes. I'm not 100% familiar with all those. There was an update on Thursday, so you can see, you know, there's like these little rewards. There was a tutorial when I logged in. Yeah, it's sad the stream last week didn't work out. Yeah, same. There is going to be a replacement Wizard-sponsored stream happening on Wednesday. I don't know the exact time I'm going to be doing that yet, so I haven't announced that yet. But it will be another, that'll be more of a constructed-based stream. So probably a couple hours in mid-afternoon on Wednesday. Again, Wizard-sponsored. Well, some beta codes that they gave me to give out. Things like that. So, anywho, I think with this all out of the way, we should check out a new set. So yeah, we have a new core set. This came out this week, and we have a competitive draft format. The competitive draft specifically is when you play a best of 3 against your opponent. You're playing to either 5 wins, which is a bit. I realize this is 1 through 6, but that's the number of packs you get. So, up to 5 wins or 2 match losses. Match wins, match losses. So, let's go ahead and jump on in. We'll see what we can get. As a core set, the limited format is a little bit more simple. There's not huge. You're not going to be seeing a lot of the silly interactions that Dominaria has or in-depth plans. But is that a ghost tiger or a spirit tiger? Is it a bear or an elephant? Well, she shoots arrows that become like animals. That's the thing. Anyway, let's jump on in. So our opening rare is Desecrated Tomb. Not much of a card I want to be drafting around. This is whenever one or more creature cards leave your graveyard, create a 1/1 bat, no cost, which is nice. No cost is nice, but like you need to either have cards that exile from your grave specifically, cards that pick up creatures from your grave, or things like that. So it's more of a build. It is a fun build around card. It works with. It's nice because it works with things like Delve. It works with any way you get creatures to leave your grave, either going into play, going into your hand, going exile. It works, but constructed, not so much. There's a card that works with it. Rise from your grave. This is a reprint. Surge Mare. Ooh, Surge Mare is nice. This is a really strong horsefish. It's a bit of a commitment to blue. That's fair. So there's a cycle of uncommons that are all mares in this. They all have an ability that says they cannot be blocked by another color creature. The blue one can't be blocked by green, green by black, black by white, white by red, red by blue, and then they all have secondary abilities on top of that. Surge Mare here has a couple, being able to become to have like the Flowstone ability and also loot. Mirror Image is a clone, but it can only target your creatures. So, what else do we have here of note? Scholar Stars, if you control an artifact, draw. There's a minor artifact theme in blue in here, not a lot to go with it. Gallant Cavalry is a card you might recognize. If you're familiar with Call the Cavalry from Dominaria, it's this. Didn't Wizards stop doing protection because they didn't like color hosing? Partially. They stopped doing protection because they didn't like that strong of color hosing. They didn't want unbreakable answers. So, like, Surgemare can't be blocked by green creatures, but it can still be fought. It can still be, you know, like, defeated by Prey Upon or something like that. It's not unbreakable in that manner. Luminous Bonds is another pick here that I can pick up. This is just pacifism. 3 mana, can't attack block, which is fine. Viashino Pyromancer is a nice aggressive piker. Pikers, from my experience, are not very strong in this format, as there seem to be a pretty sizable amount of creatures that make them look poor pretty quickly. Things like Surgemare put them on ice real quick. And then we have the island art from Shards. This is an Esper Island. You can tell because of the background, like, star map, and also the flat clouds. So, anyway, I'm looking at Luminous Bonds. I'm looking at Surgemare. I'm thinking between the two. Surgemare is a little bit more of a commitment. I don't think it's as strong as Luminous Bonds. Luminous Bonds is just removal, and removal has won games of Limited for a long time. There's no Wizard Travel doesn't exist in this set. Scroll token does exist in Dominaria, of course, but not in this set. We don't have the same level of Wizard likers. So anyway, we're gonna go with Luminous Bonds. It's good removal. Not a lot else in here. Surgemare is the other card I'm interested in. All right, Magistrate's Scepter. Oh, okay. So Magistrate's Scepter is a reprint from Mercadian Masks block. 3 cost, 4. Put a charge counter on it. 5. Time Walk, or sorry, 3 counters. I thought it had a mana cost associated with it, but no. This is really cool stuff. It's Time Walk Stick. Bone to Ash is another reprint. I'm going to be noting a lot of reprints in these sets. That's sort of the point of the core set, about half and half, give or take. Enigma Drake is a cool reprint from Amonkhet, as you can tell by the art. Draconic Disciple, however, is not. So, yeah, Draconic Disciple is nice because it's the thing I've liked about this card is that it's perfect fixing. 1 mana of any color on this. I know you need red and green to get to it, but it ramps and fully fixes. So, and Tusk, Havoc Devils. This looks like an Innistrad Devil, but it is not actually like it's a new card. Dwindle, you go ahead and put the. I love this art. The art is, like, beautiful. we put this tiny little dog in there or something. Yeah, it's like a tiny little dog. Anywho, Druid of the Cowl is a good mana ramper. This is one of the 1/3s I was talking about that makes Pikers look a little bad. This is a pretty strong card in the first place, because ramp is strong in an area with just kind of generic cards. That said, I feel like having something like Magistrate's Scepter would be a fun thing to play around with. It doesn't quite put me in any real color commitments. I could pick up Druid of the Cowl, or like Dwindle if I wanted to. Anyway, let's go with the Magistrate's Scepter and see how that plays out. Gutter Snipe reprint. This is this was the picture on the opening here. Diamond Mare is like choose color, and then whenever you cast a spell that color you gain life. Stars, Colossal Dreadmaw, Bristling Boar, Shock, literally just Shock. So, Catalyst Elemental is a real nice, is actually a better ramp card than expected. This card was doing, I did not get a chance to play with this, but over the pre-release and the release, I did see a lot of people doing really strong plays, allowing them to play this on 3 and then on 4, you know, drop something like Colossal Dreadmaw, go. By the way, Colossal Dreadmaw, still here. So, anywho, where do I want to go with this? Is, green might be a good way to go, and in that case, maybe Bristling Boar or Colossal Dreadmaw would be nice. Shock is also a reasonable pick here, just as another piece of removal, and we could go kind of heavy on like a red, like a bit more of an aggressive strategy. I think that might be fine. I don't know how, like, Shock is good at killing aggressive creatures. It's obviously it's tiny, but I think that's fine. I think it's between that and some of the green. Am I willing to go with this? Lightning Mare. Now, Lightning Mare is one I have had a lot of time to play with, and this thing gets real out of control if because this is not a piker; it's a +1 piker, so it actually can beat down past some of those creatures that we saw earlier, or at least trade with. It also does beat down past some of them. Omen Speaker being one of the biggest ones that this one just kind of sidesteps. Take Vengeance is the other card in here I think that's worth looking at. Take Vengeance is just destroy target tapped creature. It's sorcery speed, so you have to wait until after it's already attacked you. But 2 mana destroy, like, Assassinate, and is really good, seeing as Assassinate is a strong place to be. I think it's between those two. Depends, I did say, and we also have Spark-Tongue Dragon. Very expensive, but worthwhile. I'm thinking about... This is, I guess, a choice of direction. How much removal do I want to go in on? How much is Lightning Mare something worth picking up red on? I get the feeling I still want to keep... I want to just pile on the removal side of things. Red does look around, you're right. Like, Sparkton and Havoc Devils are both cards I would be fine playing in a deck. But so is white. Like, Take Vengeance is, like, absolutely a real card. So I think I'm going to go with Take Vengeance. I'm going to keep up on the these pickups. Reliquary Tower is a cool reprint. These take up the common, the not a common slot, but a land slot. What else do we got? Aether Shield Artificer. Ooh, beginning combat on your turn, target artifact creature controls +2/+2 and indestructible. This is a card that, like, looks like it should have been in Kaladesh and was not. It almost was. There actually is a red-black creature that's similar to this. So, there are strategies in... Basically, are there strategies in this format that make stack of removal look bad? It's a core set, so not really that much. Like, pile of removal might just be fine. If we, again, like, we can pick up Salvager of Secrets and go heavy on that, right? Like, that'd be an interesting direction, right? Like, we pick up Luminous Bonds, we pick up, probably get late Revitalize, things like that. Revitalize is, like, cycling Renewed Faith but gaining +1, which is always nice. But yeah, I think Aether Shield Artificer is okay. I think Salvager of Secrets would also be interesting. I like Gearsmith Guardian. I'm aware that Luminous Bonds is an aura. I'm well aware of the text on my cards. That's not something you're going to be recurring, but Take Vengeance and Shock are both things you'd be recurring. Yeah, the problem... So, here's the problem. And this is just from my experience playing the set. Aether Shield Artificer is extremely strong. But I think there's, like, 3 artifact creatures in the dang set. Right? Like, there's so little. I'm willing to try it out and see where it goes. Let's see. Let's see if we can maybe make it work. Exile target permanent with CMC 1. Alright. Leonin Vanguard, at the beginning of combat, if you control 3 or more creatures, Leonin Vanguard gets +1/+1 until enter a new game. Ooh, that's actually nice. So, there's actually a lot of triggers in this. There's a very decent amount of triggers in the set that care about life gain. So, recurring life gain like this, especially on, like, a battalion that doesn't actually need you to attack, is pretty good. We also do have Millstone. If I want to jump a little bit more on an artifact plan, this is a good direction to go. This gives us a win condition that... lets us play out a grindy game. It lets us win with our removal.deck, right? That might be a realistic place to go. I don't like Isolate. This is a sideboard card that just sits at rare. Okay, I'm interested in this. Let's go with Millstone. Stitcher's Supplier, sure. Rustwing Falcon, look at this bird. This is Suntail Hawk, but with +1 toughness. Knight's Pledge is giant strength, not terribly great. Knight of the Tusk, might be alright. And then we have Frilled Sea Serpent, which is big and can be unblockable. Oh, did I not fit this to the screen? Oh dear. There we go. Sorry about that. Thanks for noticing that in of time. I thought I had that set up and did not. Anyway, Knight of the Tusk is fine as like a big thingy. Stitcher Supplier is mill 2 off of your library on Come to Play or Leave or Death, which is nice. And Highland Game is a cool reprint from Cons. I like that card a lot. I'm gonna go with the Knight of Tusk. I like having something big for the mill zone. Leonin Linebreakers, 3/2, no text. Daggerback Basilisk would be fine. Gearsmith Prodigy. We already have a couple. I might pick that up. Sure. Just in case. Disgrade Tomb comes back around. Again, we don't have real ways of making use of that, but Scholar of the Stars looks a little better. Again, maybe the artifact, blue-white artifact plan is something that can function. Let's go ahead and see if that's real. Wall of Mist is an okay defender. Bone to Ash is a good answer to bigger threats. It's a little expensive. It is Cryptic Command if you get it to work, though, which is nice. I feel like I do want a little bit of defense on the ground. But, pick up the Bone. Okay, Scholar of the Stars #2. Gold Sea Serpent, something big. Hey, okay, Revitalize, gives me something to do, and I guess we get Isolate in case there's something really, really bad to deal with. So, alright. So let's see where this leads. Pack 2, our rare is Remorseful Cleric. Didn't they print Fire Elemental in Dominarian? They printed it again in the next set. They've been doing that a lot. Tolarian Scholar, for instance, is from Dominaria as well. The big one of these is the 6 mana 6/6. That is... what's the name of the card? Colossal Dreadmaw? The 6 mana 6/6 with Trample, that's been in like 5 sets, it feels like, in the last year. Alright, Remorseful Cleric is pretty cool. Hieromancer's Cage, however, is Oblivion Ring. Remorseful Cleric hits itself. Yes, exile all cards from target player's graveyard. If you sacked itself to itself, it would remove itself. I like the Skypiker. I really like 2/1 flyer as a body, but like Hieromancer's Cage is answer anything, which is like the perfect removal, right? So sad to pass up a very, very good 2-drop, but I do want to get myself... Wow, Blanchwood freaking Armor. Okay, Blanchwood Armor is a strong place to be. And for green, that's not where we are at the moment. Vigilant Baloth continues Adjective Baloth's trend, but is a little bigger than a normal Adjective Baloth. Adjective Baloth is usually... the tomb doesn't... If you remove 5 creatures with 1 ability to the tomb, you get 1 bat, due to the wording. Mighty Leap. Or also Swiftclaw could be fine, and I'm probably okay picking that up. So, I'm good with that. Nightmare's Thirst. Okay, Nightmare's Thirst is one of the cards that makes... that is one of those life gain triggers I talked about, and is one of my favorite cards in this set. You gain 1 life. Target creature gets -X/-X until end of turn, where X is the amount of life you gain this turn. It makes it a really, really fun, like outlet for life gain, and it also is really good on its own on 1. Like, you can play it on 1 and just kill off, like, you know, pikers, things like that, or you can get it to do other things. We have Luminous Bonds, Aviation Pioneer, which is a really good card for us, because we do have Aether Shield Artificer. And we do have a Gearsmith Guardian, which gets a little better, with us having blue creatures. I do think I do want to continue this pacifism plan. Okay with that. Amulet of Safekeeping is probably not the amulet we want in our deck. This is a very odd sideboard card for Constructed. It's basically made to hose people who are playing Empty the Warrens. Suspicious Bookcase, I think, might be the pick here, as an artifact creature that gives unblockability and slows down the game. We also have Divination as a choice. Marauders asks. But I'm going to go with Suspicious Bookcase, give us something to play on too, and something realistic to maybe make our Gearsmith or our Scholar of Stars function. Ether Tunnel is pretty cool. You got this like fake Jace dude here who's using the tunnel to steal. Starcrown Stag is a very powerful aggressive creature. We've seen, like, we've seen things caring about, or like things like this being strong in the past. Omen Speaker, however, is a very, very good 2-drop. It's a very great defender. It can go on the aggressive if need to be, and it's good filter. This is a card that saw a lot of play first time around, and was just a nice card to have, and I want to have a little bit more defense going on in this deck, so Omen Speaker is a good place to be. The Divine Scholar of Stars. I actually think Explosive Apparatus fits what we're doing a little better here. Again, get this Gearsmiths going, get us some artifacts for our Scholar of Stars, make things work that way. So that was a noise. Cavalry Drillmaster is one of my favorite 2-drops in this set. It hands off +2/+0 First Strike, which is really strong at being aggressive when you have something like Oresico Swiftclaw, or even like Gearsmith Prodigy hanging out. So I think that's a good pickup here. This one gives us another Omen Speaker, which is a good card to have. Again, it actually makes me feel really good about our defensive abilities on our deck early. We get a Gearsmith Prodigy on the wheel, which is good. We can actually make those function. It's nice. Probably just gonna pick up Bird. Anticipate's fine. Take the Amulet as a sideboard card. Uncomfortable Chill. Grab a duel and a land. Alright. And it looks like our final pack has a Planeswalker in it. That's nice. We go ahead and finish up our picks here. Then we'll read Vivian Reed. Vivian Reed here is 5 cost. She's got 5 cost, 5 loyalty, +1. We'll get the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature or land card from among them, put it in your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library. -3, destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. And -8, you get an emblem with creatures you control get +2/+2, vigilance, trample, and indestructible. So, that's a hell of a card. Other things in here, we got Declare Dominance, which is a pretty bombastic lure. It's not as big as other lures have been, but it's good enough to get the job done. Rogue's Gloves is a nice piece of equipment when you have Evasive Creatures, which we don't have a lot of for our color combo, which is really weird. Like, I don't think I have a creature with flying in our deck outside of Rustwing Falcon, which is kind of funky. I feel like I can pick up Vivian Reed. I don't think we can play Vivian. We would have to do a very, very shift into... In real life, does she not break the frame? I would assume she does. The Planeswalkers generally do. I don't know. I'm going to grab that in case I want to play that. Do you keep the cards you draft? Yes, that's the reason I would pick up Vivian here. Is because I actually might want to use Vivian in some sort of deck. And also, I'd probably be picking Totally Lost here.
The wild wasn't meant to be contained.
Whenever you draw a card, each opponent puts the top 2 cards of the library into their graveyard. So, if you were around for Origins, you might remember a really cool enchantment that looks a lot like Psychic Corrosion here. I'm going to be picking this up to give us a secondary Millstone type effect. Millstone in the set as well. You've correctly identified it, yes. Yeah, Sphinx's Tutelage. Yeah, if you're familiar with that. Well, we got an Gearsmith Prodigy. I can pick up Manolith. I really like that Rex Age is back. This is a really strong card. Like Divination. Do I have any Divinations yet? I do not. I don't want to have a Divination. I want a Manolith too. That would be fine as well. That'd be nice for... I haven't encountered a lot of the newer voice acting, but it's been pretty serviceable as it goes. I'm gonna pick up a Divination. I don't have a copy of this, so I feel like that's okay. Uncomfortable Chill. Fraying Omnipotence! Oh, we are not really getting a lot here. I don't think I want Field Creeper. I'll probably just pick up Uncomfortable Chill as like a fake-ass fog. That's fine. Yeah, our colors are not coming up, which is going to be a little sad for our deck in the long run. Phylactery Lich is a card that would function if our deck was, rather than white-blue, it was blue-black. Phylactery Lich works really well with the artifact theme going on. Pick up Cancel, though. That's fine. Digraph Ghoul's really strong, too. I'm actually a big fan of that card. Totally Lost. I can pick that up. Hey, another Rex Sage. And Satyr Enchanter, which is a really nice, Enchantress effect. Could have Totally Lost. Oh, I can pick up that Tomb this time. I'll do that. I don't think I want anything else. Ah, here we go. Trusty Pack Beast. I think that's fine. Pick up an artifact. We actually have a couple of those. But the Detection Tower is anti-hexproof. 1 tap. Until the end of turn, your opponents and creatures your opponents control with hexproof can be the target of spells and abilities, as though they do not have hexproof. But Trusty Pack Beast is like a nice body and an ability I'm actually happy to have. Let's just go ahead and pick up cards to finish this off, because we're not going to be getting much else. Sure, another Gearsmith Prodigy. I don't know how many of those I actually want to be playing. Hey, thank you for the bits, Poking Captain. Alright. Let's go ahead and build the deck. I ended up in blue-white as somebody expected, but we did not end up in blue-white flyers. We are absolutely not in a deck of that type. As we only have, I have very few creatures with flying in the deck. Alright, I want to go ahead and put a removal in. That's a pretty important piece of the deck. With the Omen Speakers, Donation, the Psychic Corrosion, Totally Lost, Anticipate, putting Explosive Apparatus, Millstone. I don't want the Tomb, that's not going to work for us, and Magistrate Scepter. I don't think Amulet of Safekeeping is what we want. We don't have as many artifacts as I'd like, which makes our artifact shenanigans work well. No, absolutely not. We have no fixing for Vivian. I'm not going to be splashing for a double green card in a deck with no fixing. That's an extremely easy way for us to just go like O2 and drop, which might happen anyway, but we'll see. Some of these counters in here. I want the Frilled Serpent. I'm gonna keep adding things in here. Do I actually want to do with the Gearsmith Prodigies? Is that something that's worthwhile? Again, we only have Millstone, Suspicious Bookcase. Now, the Artificer doesn't work in our deck, actually. We don't have any artifact creatures. I'm not debating that point. I'm just debating the fact of, like, the facts of splashing for a double green card does not seem like a good way to operate. Like the Frilled Sea Serpent, Knight of the Tusk. I don't think we can play. I don't think the Gearsmith Prodigies work for us. I want birds. I don't really care too much about birds. No Falcon. I don't really care about a 1/2 flyer that doesn't do much of anything. Yeah, so our artifact setup for both Scholar of the Stars and Gearsmith Prodigy is a little sad, and that's so this is I did take the. So when I grabbed the Aether Shield Artificer, and that was against, when I picked that over the other card in that pack, I did mention my thought process was that I don't think there's enough artifact creatures in the set to support this, and that I think this card's a trap. That hasn't changed. I'm pretty sure this is, like, very unlikely to function in this format. It's very hard to actually get enough. Do we have enough removal? Absolutely. We have 2 Luminous Bonds, Take Vengeance, Pyromancer's Cage, Cancel, and Bone to Ash, and Totally Lost. So. Anywho, I think this is what I'm going to go with. I could put in second Cancel, but I feel like we're okay as is. As our... Okay, Curve's where I want it to be. That's fine. No, we did not. I'd be playing that card if we did. Oh, we've got a lot of non-creatures. Our creature count's actually quite low from looking at this. I guess I'm fine with that. We're not winning through creatures. Why, we have 8 creatures in our entire deck? That's incredible. Can we up that in any way meaningfully? Like, our curve goes, like, 4 2-drops, and then some stuff on 6, and that's about it. So, I don't really want the Revitalize, and I don't think. Is Uncomfortable Chill better than that? What? Do I want to play Scholar of the Stars in here? Let's try this as is. So yeah, I'm a little worried about this one. It's got a Scholar of the Stars is any card advantage at all. I mean, we do have Divination. It's not like we're not playing any card advantage, Bone to Ash. Like, it's just that Scholar of the Stars is a really, really shitty 3-2 if we don't control one of 4 artifacts total, one of which sacrifices itself, so it's not likely to have a round. I'm gonna stick with my guns here. I don't think I want to add in anymore. We'll see how this functions. Like, I do not want to play a 3-2 with no text for 4 in probably more than 50% of our games. I do like, you know, drawing extra cards. That's nice. But... So our problem is going to be, we need to be, like, we need to have... Oh, God, I'm Jace? Oh, yeah. Alright, I guess I'm Jace. Man, this is tragic. This hand has a lot of the stuff I want. A couple, like, basically pieces of interaction in Omen Speaker, but on the play, this is absolutely unkeepable, so we have to mulligan that. Oh, I don't know, like this much at all. 7 drops. I think I have to keep this, though. Alright, we get the blue source. What? Jace, why are you... Okay. Now the end turn is a little toggle. Alright. It's fine. Okay. Valve the Knight. So I'm going to be playing out the Trusty Pack Beast. Actually, let's go ahead and... Yeah, let's play out the Trusty Pack Beast. I want to get this out because I can beat this in a fight. We can get down our Suspicious Bookcase as an artifact blocker. That'll be fine. I could have, like, waited for my bookcase to die, but I don't want our opponent to just be able to free roll a life gain. Skymarch Bloodletter. That is a creature with the keyword flying. Something our deck has a lot of trouble dealing with. Alright, we'll turn it off for now. We've got Suspicious Bookcase and Swift Claw. I think the ground is ours to hold. The air is where we lose if we lose this one. Oh, what's the trick? You gotta have one. You would not make that attack without one. Probably +2/+0 and bring it back into play. Maybe okay, Mighty Leap. That's fine. I'm actually fine with a Mighty Leap being burned to save a Child and Knight instead of a Mighty Leap being used to, like, hit me for damage. You know, our Pack Beast is not a high priority card, so... I do want, I guess, this Swift Claw. We'll get that down. It can threaten the trade. They do have the Marauder's Axe. This is Bone Splitter, but +1/+1 in the mana cost, not on the pumps. Ah, the Bugler! Militia Bugler enters play. Top 4, reveal a creature with power 2 or less and put it in your hand. That grabs them a creeper. Alright. I do need to start getting some mana down. This is getting a little poor for us. The position we're in. Alright. Not terribly helpful, but the bookcase gives me a little bit of defense. They are almost out of cards. They did get that Field Creeper for free. The Bugler is pretty nice because it's a 2/3 with Vigilance for 3, which is like a pretty dang passable body with a card draw on it, which is really nice. Okay, up to 6. That is a 4-power flyer. Well, you need to get Harromancer's Cage on that one pretty quickly, so luckily for us, we can do that. Because this is a 6-power flyer soon. This is actually a really good card, this here. The Herald of Faith, whenever it attacks, you gain 2 life. It has sort of half life link. But being a 4-power flyer, what does our wall tap to do? Unblockability. It's not really something we need. Alright. What I do need is for my opponent to be a little bit out of, like, I need to draw into lands, and I need to, okay, we need to get more gas going here. If I can get to 6 and drop some of these bigger creatures, that'll be really nice. I can fog the turn, which will be nice. Why is the field doing this weird thing? Oh goodness. Alright. Okay, so we went uncomfortable chill, gives -2/-0. And we get to block there, which fogs the whole turn. 31 on our opponent, which is not relevant, and another lifelink. That's good. So we need the 6th land for Knight of the Tusk. If I don't draw that, I'm probably going... Okay, we do get it. So let's go ahead and get Knight of the Tusk down. That has a lot of toughness. Makes it very hard for our opponent to make offensive plays. Next turn, we can get down the Frilled Sea Serpent, and then we can hold up Totally Lost. Mentor of the Meek, huh? Alright, Mentor of the Meek is a really, really strong card. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, 2 power or less. I have a theme going on here. Pay 1, draw a card. What's with all this card drawn white? Very good question. So I do want to draw into either Millstone or our like one of our 2 effective win cons is how I want to. Rebels didn't draw cards though. Like the cards in here just specifically say draw on them. Okay, we absolutely positively need to draw into some of our I do not like the creatures continuously flipping. That's bothering me a lot. That is a lot worse than... Stop that. What are the win cons in the deck? We're trying to locate our... We have a Millstone and just one of the like, psychic mill 2s when you draw. Why do they shift the way they do? That's really bothering me at this point. So I'm saving the Luminous Bonds because of a creature like that. We need to be able to deal with evasion, and they'll just draw a card off it because of Mentor of the Meek. It's a bit of an annoyance. Like, the bookcase is 3 to activate. I just don't want to be pushing in at the moment. I don't want to leave down a blocker, especially when our opponent has 6 attackers right in here. Alright, we do need to draw into... Please. Anytime. Okay. So cancel's nice to have. We also get to leave up Totally Lost, which is good. We absolutely do need to draw into one of our opponents has outdrawn us heavily. That's not worth my cancel. I know that they're going to be outdrawing us, and honestly, what's going to happen here is they're just going to go ahead and like, hit. Okay, that... I can't let you have a continuous, like, drain life on me. I hate that I have to cancel a 1-drop, but this thing both would draw them a card and have drain life for 1. And I don't need that. And there's so much wasted space here. If that could not be happening, I would love that. And, oh god, they're shifting. I'm really glad that I'm not playing a combat-oriented deck right now. Because, my goodness, this is a little bit much. Okay, another Marauder's Axe. I've been considering using Totally Lost on the Mentor if there's another trigger going to happen. At this point, I'm okay waiting. Don't need to pull the trigger quite yet. Again, I don't care about my opponent's 32 life total and the fact that they have 6 points of lifelink in play. They can put something up to 6 power, but not 7, which means they can't overrun the Knight of the Tusk, which is an important amount. Like, they just cannot get over the 3-7 with their team. And the fact that their flyers are contained is very important for us. Can we draw into... Well... Okay. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother attacking there. I don't want to open myself up. Do not know what their final card in hand is, but I don't want to get myself in any sort of combat situation where maybe a pump spell can happen. Hello, Divination. You are... Don't tap my double white, please. Divination, you're beautiful. Okay, hello. So we can get Psychic Corrosion and Magistrate's Scepter. Psychic Corrosion gives us a 5-turn clock. I think that's worth playing. And we can put down our Scepter. Alright. So yeah, Psychic Corrosion is one of our win cons. And they drew a Reckless Charge, didn't they? That's gonna be a bit annoying, isn't it? That should be fine if I block this way. Is there any other way I could play around Reckless Charge, if that's actually their play? Let's go ahead and put this here. I do want the Mentor of the Meek gone. Cavalry Drillmaster can kill off this. Knight of the Tusk can kill off... Not Bugler. Let's go here. And then Suspicious Bookcase can block... here. Alright. I'm making blocks based on Inspiring Charge. Okay, make a stand. Okay, that's a little worse. A little rare. We get some mill going on here. I don't need to play that. Still cannot see my opponent's board, which is a bit of an annoyance. Cards. Again, they only have 4 turns. They need to be on the aggression here. My hope is that I can buy enough time with Totally Lost and other effects. Okay. Sure. Yeah, okay. This puts me at 1, which is a little awkward. I'm gonna need to... This doesn't kill us, we're fine. We got a 1, and we totally lost one of the creatures that gets through. Oh, I lost the Mentor. And the board gets huge. And the problem is it does put us at 1, and they might be able to, like, Sky March Bloodletter kill us or something like that. We need to draw a creature or a way to deal with one of theirs to be able to stop this from finishing us. So we need to draw... We just need to draw a live. Yep. So, I want to leave up counter mana to... We'll use the Scepter end step. Scepter's not going to be getting there for us, is a bit of an issue. That wasn't end of turn. Okay. Well. We did kill the mentor. Let's take a look at what our opponent has in their yard. Daybreak Chaplain, 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 Vampire Neonate. They are the most low-to-the-ground aggressive thing in the world. This is just beat down all day. So, that is their game plan, is just continuous beat down. Like, a lot of lifelink, as cheap creatures as they can get. I don't think I've seen a single creature of 3. No, we've seen no cards over 3 cost from our opponent. Nothing. Every single card in this deck is 3 or less, and 3 is a bit of a rarity. Looks like we're seeing a 4-drop here. Sure, you can gain a bunch of life. Oh, did we... Yeah, okay, the Angel is a 5-drop, you're correct. That's still here. But the point still stands that our opponent is extremely... Okay, and they actually are willing to make the attack, even though that's... Extra turn is 3 counters. Why does... Okay, sure. Alright. But that's going to get us there. I think we need to make a change on being able to make some early plays. Maybe the Scholar of the Stars actually do need to come in just as reasonable bodies to be able to play against our opponent. I still can't enter more artifacts in the deck unless I played, like, literally Amulet of Safekeeping, which has no effect against our opponent. They aren't making tokens. Tomb doesn't do anything either. I don't like Gearsmith Prodigy too terribly much. This is, I'm playing in a best of 3 queue. That's, that was, an edition about 3 or 4 weeks ago. What do I not want in this matchup, then? I still like Uncomfortable Chill. I still okay with that. These are really good. These are big game. Let's go ahead and I'm going to take out the Anticipate. Put in another Uncomfortable Chill, I think. There's no reason, there's absolutely no way I would possibly board in a Shock. I know we have, like, a source for it, but that's just not worthwhile enough. Vitalize, perhaps? Do I get the Scholars in here? I like the Pack Beast. Alright. I'm gonna go like this. We're gonna see if we can change off of Jace after this. Well, that's what we call a no-lander. This is not looking great for the home team. Okay, this looks fine. This is keepable. Hey, Malabet. We are trying our hand at M19, rather unsuccessfully. Sadly, our opponent is on the... Okay, that looks really nice, actually. Ah, that quote by Jace. Scry, 1 top, 1 bottom. Anyway, we get to go ahead and play out Omen Speaker. There's no way I would ever hold a Revitalize. I would just get that going as quick as possible. I do want to draw into a couple more lands. I think I actually do want to dig deeper, though, at this point. Drillmaster's okay, but I want more effective cards than those. We have enough defense here with Omen Speaker plus Suspicious Bookcase, so we should be able to get things going on. We get to continue the Scry, which is really nice. Trusty Pack Beasts, okay. I think I'm okay picking up Trusty Pack Beast. And we get to get in a damage. There's no point in not doing that. Okay. Our opponent is off color and off mana. We need to be pushing. I guess not keeping that Piker that plus up things was a little unfortunate for me. Alright, that is worth a Luminous Bonds. We cannot let our opponent keep a flying creature in play. Omen Speaker beatdown. Okay, they've fixed their mana screw, so that's fine. We can get back onto the back foot when it matters. Another Skymarch Bloodletter hit. I do not like more of those out of our opponent. Let's go ahead and get in for 2. Okay, I have Bone to Ash up, Revitalize up. If they play any sort of flying threat or ways to make their flyer better, we'll go ahead and go in like that with the Bone to Ash, but I probably won't counter anything that comes in on the ground. So they're going to hold back with the Skymarch. No, they're going aggressive, okay. Alright, that's fine. Now, is this a play that I... Here's the question. Do I care about Daybreak Chaplain? I don't know that I do. The problem is, like, okay, if I counter Daybreak Chaplain, I can continue beating down. If I don't counter it, I don't have a lot to do past that. I don't think they're ever going to move it off there. I think, okay, that's perfect. This is a very good draw for us. I want to get this explosive apparatus down. We can go ahead and kill off their flyer with the... What was that noise? Okay. It was like a... word up. Alright. Again, we should be able to easily defend the ground. Okay. That gains them 2 life, and we can get on in. Let's go ahead and Revitalize, draw us a card. Sure. Let's get in for all the damages. So yeah, I can actually kill our opponent through, like, suspicious bookcase attacks. Okay, Child of the Night's going to make that a lot less appealing, or possible, even. Just based on gaining them life. The big problem with our opponent is just killing our opponent through damage is extremely unlikely. Almost every card we've seen out of them gains life. Yeah, every single card that they currently have in play that is not Marauder's Axe gains life. Marauder's Axe even gains life on Child of the Night. So, like, they do have a pretty continuous source of life. It's very hard to keep them down. I would bet they're holding a couple double white spells, probably the Angel from earlier. So a Plains is the draw I'm most scared of out of our opponent. So they must have their Mighty Leap here, and I'm okay with that. Really? What the heck do you have? Oh, there's more Child than I have. Sure. There we go. Not enough of a clock, but a clock, nonetheless. Alright. I guess we'll chip it back. No attackers I want here. This axe probably goes on Dwarven Priest. We go on Child of the Night too, and then just like Omen Speaker. You know, that trade continues to happen. I'd be okay with that outcome. One possibility of plays I could make would be to triple block like Dwarven Priest if that came in. Alright, I'm okay with Child of the Night coming in and trading with an Omen Speaker. We have a couple lands on the bottom of our deck. We have a couple lands to... Oh, that's everybody in. You have a Make a Stand? You probably have a Make a Stand with that mana. Alright, let's go ahead and... block enough to force it. I'm just going to go this much. That's all I'm willing to give you. Actually, no, we'll force it this way. No, it's better to do it the other way. So then they can take that trade. So, if they have make a stand, that's +1, +0 in indestructibility. Meaning that they trade this for that. If I blocked here, that would also trade off, so I don't want to do that. I'm just going to let them make a stand this way. Or if it's like Mighty Leap, that's okay too. I'm fine with either outcome. Let's make a stand, the card we knew about. So we'll go ahead and Millstone our opponent. Playing Flames, which is honestly a pretty safe mill for us. Hey, alright. Get the Scepter down. Alright, are they gonna have their Drain Life 1-drop? Yep, there's Drain Life 1-drop. Sure. They have a kill spell? That'd be a bit of an annoyance. $22. They do have a kill spell. That's a bit of an annoyance. We're losing a lot of our board here, and I'm not... We again need to get one of our big creatures in play. Let's go ahead and... I'm gonna use Scepter instead of Millstone, because it's about the same anyway. Okay, I can go ahead and... Pacify the Priest. So the idea on pacifying the Priest and not the Child and Knight is that pacifying the Child Knight can die to a creature later. Dwarven Priest might not. Okay, 6th land. That wasn't a... We do need to draw into something I can put on the board to stop Child of Night, though. We do have the Neonate as a problem as well. Thank you. I'm glad they went for an all attack there. That prevents that 1 from happening. I'll block it just in case. Okay, so I can counter on the Scepter. Land. Not exactly what I want to see. Okay. It's fine. So, Child of the Night's gonna be coming in. That's gonna hit us for 4. No blocks. They move that to Daybreak. They do. I'm not an end of turn step again. That bothers me that says end of turn when it's clearly not. Like if I do this. 2. Another axe and I'll planes again. They're very much under crunch here. I don't have a lot of time. Go ahead and take an extra turn. Stun you. And hey, they do actually have the Inspired Charge. That makes me feel a little better about my play in Game 1, knowing that they actually did have that card. Okay, that's actually perfect. I'm really happy to see Oresco Swiftclaw coming down here. Because that can trade off with Child of the Night, and then, like, Daybreak Chaplain can't come in. Okay, that works. If you draft 3 Scepters and get to 12 mana, that's called Infinite. Or you need 4, I believe, to go fully infinite, because it's 3 counters and then it's 4. There's 4 taps involved in taking an extra turn. All right, but Oresco Swiftclaw is nice here. That can get us. Oh shit! Here comes their Angel. Right, that last card in their hand has to be the Angel. Or maybe another copy of Inspired Charge. The problem is if that's Angel, yeah, we're dead next turn without me drawing one of my answers. So I need to draw a way to kill that. I need to draw O-Ring, effectively, which is a 1 in 15 at the mo. Not a good look. Chill would be nice. That's not doing it at all. Alright. Well, that unceremoniously ends this one for us. As I mentioned, I'm not terribly happy with the deck as is. I've got a very poor feeling about its performance. We're a little bit too reliant on very specific cards to get victory. I do like the Scepter a lot, though. So they're going to move over to Herald. They just attack, and then it's Yes, this is game 2 of a match, Bulldozer. Mentor the Meek. And a Mighty Leap. So yeah. That is what we call game. Alright, let's see if we can get a... For one, let's see if we can change off of Jace. For 2, let's see if we can have a little better outcome in another match. Oh, hey, we got the cast 25 blue or white spells. I think I can change in, like... Profile, perhaps? Ah.
I didn't live through hell to lose to you.
I don't think you're ready for this.
Trust me. You'll thank me later.
He told me I would find you here.
Time to face me.
I am Karn.
Thanks, Card.
Ugh, the living are just so needy.
I protect that which cannot protect itself.
We can figure a way out of this.
I will prove myself worthy.
When people start screaming, I know I'm on track.
Do not fear, my friend. I will fight for my friends.
Oh, I'll play as Ike? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Thanks, Karn. Alright. I'm absolutely positively on the Karn train now. Also, they have extra lines. So, just have fun with that. There's a bunch of them. Alright, Ike. I'm glad that Karn made the choice. I'd rather Karn though. He's like, I am Karn. Alright, let's see. So let's see how this goes. Again, our deck is not in a place I'm happy with. Hopefully we can get a match win out of it. And I wanna see if we can get the deck to function as it appears in my mind, which sadly has a lot of drawing certain cards in certain timings. If this game goes out, we'll just go ahead and start a second one. That's fine by me. Let's maybe see if we can do one that, I don't know, does creature combat? Because creature combat seems like a good way to win games of Magic. Agent Pudding. Alright. Oh. Sure. Oh, it's another vampire. Alright. A vampire neonate. This card's actually strong, pretty strong in the archetype because, again, there's a number of things I care about gaining life. Suspicious bookcase. And if we don't draw planes next turn, I can anticipate to get it. Anyway, we're gonna drain life for one. That's fine. And are they gonna play a 2/2 flyer? You know, I did check our opponent's name. This isn't the same player, but you could have fooled me. You could have fooled me. I like, again, it goes beep, 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 beep. So we do have a way to kill Mentor of the Meek, which is good. I kind of want that card dead as soon as possible. End step, I can, like, revitalize. Why no Swiftclaw? I want to be able to play out these, and there's no reason for me to play Swiftclaw into the board. Swiftclaw doesn't stop Mentor of the Meek from attacking. They're just not going to attack into Swiftclaw. So I want to, because I want to draw fourth land, I want to play either Revitalize or Anticipate. So it is important that I do not play the Swiftclaw here. I'm going to choose to play Revitalize because that uses my white mana. And if I draw into an island, I would not be able to play Swiftclaw and Anticipate at the same time. Sure. Revitalize, go up to 22. It's nice. Okay, I do have to go ahead and use this to kill off Mentor of the Meek now. That needs to die right now, right here, before it can draw our opponent too many cards. We did get the Pack Beast, which actually picks up the Explosive Apparatus. Good job, Pack Beast. Comes into play, pick up an artifact. That feels nice. Okay, 5 lands for our opponent. We do have Luminous Bonds in case some sort of large evasive threat comes out. Which is what this sort of looks like it's going to be. That is sort of the definition of large and evasive, ain't it? Alright, let's go ahead and trusty Pack Beast here. The reason I'm not going to immediately answer this with Pacifism is because I can answer it with Explosive Apparatus in the next turn. Vampire Neonates X2 is a bit of a problem. That's not a card I actually have an answer to. Alright, that's hitting us for 6 on 2-headed zombie. I'm sure as hell not going into combat with it. Yeah, no blockers there. Fine. But yeah, this gives our opponent an inevitability that I'm not a fan of. And we still have not drawn 4th land. Which is a little awkward, I would have to say. We are in sort of dire need of that mana. Let's get the Swift Claw down. Do a little bit more defense. Yeah, we definitely needed the land there. This is, again, these are the problems. The Neonates I just do not have answers for in the entirety of the 75. Or 40, it's not a 75. I could hear Romancer's Cage, one of them, and that's it, and that feels just dreadful. It sounds like an extremely poor way to get things done. So... and then we throw a plasma. Sure. He's actually coming in, huh? Let's go this route. If they have tricks, they have tricks. If they don't have tricks, I'd rather try to kill this here. And, like, if they had a trick, and it was a pump spell, like, it would save them from explosive apparatus anyway. So, there's no point in trying to play around that when I really need to. That is just dreadful. Alright. I do need to kill that. We are at 15, so that's good. I'm gonna have to anticipate for a land next turn. Okay, Take Vengeance is a card we haven't seen in our last match. It's a good card. If I didn't have the bomb there, I would have used it on the thing, but... Perhaps if our opponent plays something like a... So this is just what's going on here. It's just, like... creatures with... tiny creatures. Alright, there we go. A land. This gets down... God, I think I'm actually gonna freaking do it. That's the actual threat here. We're able to deal with creatures in combat. I have 6-drops that I will get to sooner or later. And, like, yeah, Siege Rhino here is real good. It's a strong card. It's a Siege Rhino with its 3/4 flyer. But I do have Luminous Bonds for dealing with that. And if another one came down, I do have other ways of dealing with that. I just have nothing for dealing with the Neonate. So... Opponent's on 2 cards in hand. Both are live. They've been passing up on land drops. So either they're sandbagging lands, which I highly doubt with the plays they've been making, because they would have been sandbagging with the Neonate in play, or they have more pieces of interaction than they want to let on. If Take Vengeance were an instant, it would be Seal Away, but worse. Well, it would be very, very strong. It's still good as is. It's better than Assassinate. Alright, let's go ahead and anticipate here. Perhaps we can find something of use for us. Want to get Knight of the Tusk down. Or Bone to Ash. We'll find more lands. Okay, that's nice. Then let's go ahead and pass it up. I got the uncomfortable chill here for a way to stop things coming in. I do want to leave a Bone to Ash as a counter for more things on the level of Vampire Sovereign. That's a little bit of a scary card that I don't want to have to deal with too much. Our opponent probably has a minus... No, they have a Hired Blade. That can resolve. Yep, that's fine. that's where I have to bone dash. Chill is not tap. Chill is -2/-0 draw. That's gonna get me. Alright. Well, I absolutely positively need to keep more interactive pieces when I see them. Okay, 6th land. Does my opponent have some sort of bomb, like, make X tokens? Oh, just destroy target creature. That'll do. I'm gonna block Hired Blade here, I have to. Oh, and they figured out that my life total is a little too low for this. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the game right here. And like, we don't even have one of our win conditions out. Like, we haven't drawn into either of our ways to actually get this game to function in our favor. So. Yeah, so we just died to this neonate in 2 turns. So. Forgive me, haven't kept up with Magic since, like, Eldritch Moon. Just thought they ditched core sets. They're back now? Yes, they did ditch core sets for a period of 3 years, and then decided, wait, this is kind of dumb, we should not have done this, and decided to undo that decision. Much like almost every decision they made during the Battle for Zendikar Eldritch Moon time period. If there's a specific decision you remember during that time period, that changed how standard rotation works, the changed how blocks function, all of those have been rescinded, every single one of them. So they have any change that they made, almost any change they've made during that time period was completely undone. There's no point in playing cards here because that'd be showing cards to our opponent. Not a thing I need to do. Wait, what changed how blocks function are we talking about? During that time period, they changed blocks to be absolutely 2 set blocks. They rescinded that change. They also set up so that it would be set A and then set AAA for a draft and then BBA. Now even in a full set of any chance they reversed the Splinter Twin ban? Sorry, that one they kept. They have not reversed Splinter Twin at the ban. They did unban Bloodbraid and Jace in Modern. So if you're looking for something to do in that direction, there you go. Those have been the recent ones. Anywho, alright, I want to just change the deck almost entirely. I'm unhappy with where it is, and I want to see if I can make it better in any way. I'm gonna get rid of some of the garbage flicker cards. Keep the Omen Speakers, those are nice. I want to take out cancels, and I'm gonna put in stupid Isolate, some of the Scholar of the Stars. I hate the Isolate. It's gonna be stuck in our hand dead, and it'll be the reason we lose the game is because we boarded it in. But at the same time, I do want to have it. Yeah, I don't want the bird because it doesn't do enough against our opponent. We're not a deck that wants to win through flying damage, so. But yeah, anywho, if we lose this one, that's fine. That just means we move on to the next. That is okay with me. Yeah, that seems like a likely outcome too. All right. So let's see how many counters I can set up on this Magistrate's Scepter. Ah, that line, that famous quote of Karn. 0 top, 1 bottom. Looks like he's calling out, like, Halo positions. 2 top. 2 at perp. We got 1 at tower, 1 moving from tower. Sniper at bottom. Alright, hey, Omen Speaker. I don't want the Drill Master, do want to take vengeance. Blue team has the Blue team has lost the Blue team has the Blue team lost the Blue team has the flag. Blue team lost the flag. Blue team has the flag. Blue team lost the flag. Sorry, I was doing a voice thing and I completely forgot to play the Magistrate's Scepter. That's fine by me. Blue team has the flag. Blue team lost the flag. I'm thinking about Halo now. I want to play some Halo. What's the opponent doing? Anything? Just nothing. Alright. Fine with that. I'm gonna hold the Pack Beast. Oh, hey, it's... Alright, fine. I'll take Vengeance, we'll get that. We'll have to retake 6 from it. Oh, that's a bit of an annoyance. We can play the Swift Claw, though. So here's the thing about it. I just, like, even our creatures aren't terribly great for the deck that we're playing. Okay, so Vampire Sovereign's gonna get in. We'll kill that with Take Vengeance. And then everything will be fine. Sure, more Doomed Dissenters. I do not care about those at all. Okay. Take Vengeance. Kill that. Our deck is not terribly fine. I'm not impressed by it. I'm not sure there's a lot of stuff going on. Even if we drew, like, every card I wanted and had, like, the ability to tutor, I don't think I would like the deck very much. I'm gonna kill this. Come on! Crush it! Ah, okay. Alright. What does our opponent have? More charge counters here. Get my suspicious bookcase. So I'm waiting. I'm going to charge the Scepter and keep charging it until we find one of our mill effects. Once we find one of our mill effects, then we can just go ahead and set up take extra turns in a row with the Scepter and, like, just be running. Scepter does not. The Scepter just keeps on going. Remove 3 counters, take an extra turn. We can double up on turns, Squirrel Token. We can take as many turns as we like in a row, as long as we have the charge counters for it. my god. So I just need to find a millstone. That's what I'm missing right now, is a millstone or some effect like that. Alright, let's just keep powering up the scepter. Do not like that the auto tap just continues to tap all of my blue mana in case I need that, but... Alright, so we have 2 charged up extra turns, which is good. I don't have anything to do with those yet, but we have them. We sure have a lot of removal. Why not get in for 3 every turn? I would turn your, I don't know, like, oh, you mean with Suspicious Bookcase? I don't think I want to be doing that with those. That's a decent amount of mana investment is the problem. That's the main reason I haven't been doing it. This is, I think, the first or second turn we've been able to. This is a 3 activation, not free. If it was free, I'd be doing that more. I want to charge up the Magistrate Scepter. You're right in that it might be worthwhile. I just don't want to turn on my opponent's removal. They're likely holding things like Take Vengeance, and that's probably what they'll do, is just go ahead and play Take Vengeance twice when I go ahead and attack. That's what I would do, right? So I'm not going to let it turn on. I want to... if basically, the thing is, the current position the game is in benefits me because I have the Magistrate's Scepter, so I don't want to try and tilt the balance and make our opponent's 6 cards in hand effective. Okay, alright. Sure, you have 2 copies of that card. That's a good one. This is, again, Flying Siege Rhino, which is a good place to be. This is on 7 counters right now. Alright. Well... Well, if ever we get to the position where, like... we need to... Oh... Okay, when Plague Martyr enters the battlefield, your opponent's creatures get -1/-1. Alright. That gets things going. That kills off our Swift Claw. We can just kill that with the explosive apparati. Doom Dissenters could attack, but it doesn't get anything done. How many literal time walks do we have here? 3? Yep, Magistrate Scepter up to 9 counters. And nothing to do. Just nothing. I might go ahead and... Explosive Apparatus on the Plague Mare. This will force a combat trick or something else. Okay. So I can play the Ox and pick up the Explosive Apparatus, and I think that's okay. Time Crunch. I think Time Crunch is what a third one would be. Just how many turns can I take in a row? The problem is, again, to what end? Like... Our deck has no victory. There is no winning here. Oh, they're gonna Gravedigger and pick up the, Oh, hell, that sucks. So they get both of those very powerful things back. The big thing is they get another Drain 3 that I have to answer with Hieromancer's Cage. Yeah, how much is time compression? Is I guess that. Yeah. Alright. Another copy of Vampire Sovereign. Just what to do. Ooh, okay. Sure. It has a little note. Opponent has gained 3 life this turn, so that's nice. Okay, let's keep charging. Alright, Uncomfortable Chill. How much charge can you put on a Magistrate's Scepter and still feel like it's charged up? Do you want to just cycle that? I will, but not at the cost of the Magistrate's Scepter counter. I'm not going to use it at that rate. I'm going to use it as an actual fog. Well, I guess next turn. We'll see how it functions. Two-headed zombie, that is a reason to keep the Uncomfortable Chill around. There. Why are you keeping 5 untapped? Five mana untapped, huh? What's the play there? Alright, Bone Dash. Alright, I am going to use the explosive apparatus on the two-headed zombie, because that's a pretty easy kill. If they use a pump spell, that's good, because a pump spell is something I don't want. Yeah, that's absolutely positively not something I want our opponent to use offensively. Let's go ahead and use our chill. It's finally here. Okay. I can finally time walk for a reason. Finally. Alright. It's time! The time crunch is... It's time for time compression. Are you ready? Oh, this is stupid. Alright. Turn 1. Okay, turn 1 is here. No attacks. Yes! When you draw a card, mill 2. Skeleton Archers. Want to show off one of my favorite cards in this set? Skeleton Archer. Skeleton Archer. 3 and a black. Creature. Skeleton Archer. Alright. Let's continue time compression. Isolate Exile's a one-cost thing. Continuing time compression. Is there anything I want to draw? Not really. They have 10 cards remaining. Continuing time compression. I could counter my own Omen Speaker, but I think the Scry is worth a little more, actually. There we go, Scholar of the Stars. We do control an artifact. That draws us more cards. So our opponent has 8 cards left in deck. Continuing time compression. Alright, so we took 5 turns, and our opponent's still alive, which is kind of beautiful when you think about it. That the end result of time compression wasn't even victory. It's beautiful. I'm glad. Okay, I'm feeling really good about this deck here now. It's really bad. Like, it just showed we time crunched, we time compressed and still didn't win. Oh no, Skeleton Archer. Perfect. We built up the base cannon. We fired up the base cannon, and then our opponent like didn't do anything with it. All right, so this is gonna get Bone to Ash, which is going to draw some cards. Mill 2 off our opponent. And that's it. We get there. Alright, victory for our deck. After casting time compression, we can win. Oh my god. Alright. Actually, no, the Cavalry Drill Master's fine. Quick leak. Yeah, basically. I don't know if that's... I don't think the prodigies are actually good enough against our opponent here. Amulet of Safekeeping might be. And by that I mean it's not. Let's go ahead and put in another cancel, I think. I feel like I want to be able to cancel those big hits. Yeah, there's two different draft queues. There's best of 3 and best of 1. I'll show off the difference after this game finishes. In either way. Alright, let's go ahead and... what I actually want in here is still anticipate. Alright, let's roll with it. Oh my god. I took 5 turns in a row, and the end result was milling 12 cards from my opponent's deck. Which is pretty good. Hey, another mulligan! This deck's really good at this. This sucks too, because this is a good hand. Like, it actually has the Psychic Corrosion in it, which is something I really want to have early. This sucks. I would really kill for an island to replace any card in this hand. But we cannot keep that. This hand looks a lot worse, but it's something I'm keeping. I'm not gonna... Actually, God, the Pack Beast is like one of my best creatures. No. 1 bottom. Yeah, so you can see down here these dots. That's the game wins in the match. Daybreak Chaplain, we get to stuff that with a bookcase, which is fine. I've netted the Tusk, which feels like a good way to stuff, like, evasive, or ground creatures. Like, we just get to have them answered, which is nice. And they're attacking here, because... Yep. If you want to point and tell me where I'm wrong, Squirrel Token, or a deck with 7 creatures, go right ahead, but, I think you'll find that I'm not incorrect. I'm going to play the Omen Speaker here. I don't want the island, I do want the Scepter. Hey, Spammy V. Alright. So 4, and I actually have to pass here. I can't play the Scepter. Sure, that's fine. Makes me feel good about this decision not to attack with Omen Speaker. But no, I don't care about this because I can block with Suspicious Bookcase. I can block, like, that's fine. And then I want to cancel their big play, you know. So let's go ahead and... If they Inspired Charge, we cancel it, and then the Inspired Charge is canceled. They also might play the Mare. That'd be okay. I want them to play a land and a 5-drop. Okay, oh, God, that's too effective of a threat for me to let resolve, which sucks. Alright. Grind your bones into dust, bit by bit. And here's where they're gonna play out the 5-drop Siege Rhino. That's the card I wanted to counter, but I didn't have the ability to hold off on that because the 4-drop was just as threatening, if not more. So Siege Rhino, this Vampire Sovereign here, is the best card they've got access to. It's really goddamn powerful. 3/4 flyer with Drain 3. Very high pick. Okay, I can totally lost it. Which actually will kill it. Hey! Alright. So I totally lost Vampire Sovereign, puts it on top, and then I Millstone to get rid of it. That sounds good. Our current problem is this. Skymarch Bloodletter. Good and totally lost. 8. Hopefully they don't have second Siege Rhino, because their deck does contain 2 copies of Siege Rhino. Okay. So we do have to mill our opponent here. Why? Let me guess, original Siege Runner got banned too. No, no, it did not. It was merely just one of the best cards in Standard for a long time. There were no bannings in that Standard era. The bannings during cons, the bannings happened afterwards, were a lot heavier. Plague Mare. Oh, that kills my bookcase. I don't like that. I'm actually gonna have to take a turn off of... Oh, no, I'm not. I need to play this first. I need to play the Knight of Tusk. This is more important than killing the Skymarch Bloodletter. I can kill the Skymarch Bloodletter next turn. It's awkward. We're not in a good position, but I can just take 2 and then kill it and then start the mill train. If they have Lich's Caress, we do lose the game on the spot, though. Sadly, that was a weird bit of lag. Alright. Alright, well, we got the deck to function exactly 1 time, which is good enough for me. I can feel good about that. Oh, we got a deck. Alright, I'll take some prizes. Anyway, we got our effective not much for this, as we went 0-2. That's actually been my... I've done 2 competitive drafts so far, and they've both been 0-2, so... Problem with 3... It only took 4 times in a row for it to function. You're correct, Huzzah. This deck is very poor. So, anywho. But yeah, as I mentioned, there's the quick draft, which is the, you play up to 7 wins or 3 losses against a single opponent, not best of 3 games. Or, you play competitive draft, and that's, matches, and then you keep going there. To either 2 losses or 5 wins, and you get back a bunch of stuff. Anywho, let's go ahead and just jump on into round 2. I did say I was going to do 2 tonight, and I know it's a little late, but that's fine by me. Alright, Lena, Selfless Champion. Hey, Lena. When Lena, Selfless Champion, enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white soldier token you control for each non-token creature you control. Sacrifice Lena. Creatures you control with power less than Lena's gain indestructible till end of turn. We also have Lightning Strike, which actually honestly talks more to me than Lena. I realize Lena's very good at making a wide board. Lena does eat all the poison for you. That is what she does. It's her job. But yeah, Lightning Strike is the other card that speaks to me in here. We have, what else in here? You can sort of see, we're not picking Fraying Corrosion this time. I don't know, I know Lena's strong. It's a lot of bodies for 6 mana. I'm just interested in, like, wondering if we want to go a different direction, is all. I don't know. Like, Lightning Strike is literally me picking, like, a Incinerate or something over a pretty decent bomb. I think I'd be okay with that. We can be all with our opponents and be black-white weenies? Yeah, who plays 6 drops? Let's go Lightning Strike. I think that's an interesting choice. Shield Mare cannot be blocked by red creatures. When it becomes targeted, spell ability your opponent controls, you gain 3 life. We also have Ghastbark Twins. Sup. Aerial Engineer. As long as you control artifact, it's a 4/4 flyer. Take Vengeance. Not a lot in here that stands out to me. I could pick up the Ghastbark Twins, but I don't know if I'd actually be in that color combo. That thing's freaking huge. It's a 7 mana 7/7. You trying to find Gruul is fine. We have Angel and Take Vengeance, though, and that's... I think one of the things is I'm like thinking maybe I should avoid taking Angel of the Dawn or Take Vengeance because I passed up Lena, but those cards are still very strong, and I should probably be highly picking them anyway. 3 mana Elf is nifty, so Elvish Rejuvenator enters the battlefield. Top 5, land from them into play, tapped. Bottom. So, anyway. Kind of funny that this doesn't have Vigilance with it. gonna go ahead and go with Angel. Try to be aggressive here. Swift Claw, Angel number 2. Book the Divine, Bookcase, Gearsmith, Prodigy, and Guardian here. These combo well. This is a 2-2 if you have an artifact. This is a 5-5 if you have a blue creature. More Angels sounds fine to me. Maybe I should have picked the Lena here if I picked up 2 Angels with a damn Dawn. What a foolish play by me. I'm fine with that, though. The Lich! That's fine. Mountain of Newell, Gallant Cavalry. That's actually fine. Whole mirror image. Gallant Cavalry seems alright. I wonder if the red is actually the red doesn't look like the way to go. Phylactery Lich is a cool reprint from an old set. Old core. It's a 3-mana 5/5 indestructible that makes an artifact you control its Phylactery. Something like Fountain of Renewal. Fountain of Renewal's fine. There's a lot of, again, I've mentioned there's a lot of life gain triggers. And I'll point some more of them out when we see them, but yeah, Cavalry seems fine. Tectonic Rift, Knight of Tusk, Grid of Horn, Sure Strike. Sure Strike? I like Sure Strike as a trick. Trumpet Blast is here too. I like Sure Strike as a trick though, and there's Psychic Corrosion number 2. You believe? Lava Axe, hell yeah. Let's get the Swift Claw. Again, we can be aggressive here. I'm looking okay. That might be something worth considering. I want to kind of cut white here and get white on our side. There's a lot of life gain in this set. It makes it a lot harder to be a short-term deck. This boar. I'm gonna keep picking up these boars. This is actually decent green. And the twins are back? Okay. Perhaps. And this. Oh, I have sideboards. I can actually sideboard in Plummet. Now, let's go ahead and get a little bit of, like a green going, because green actually looks a little open from what's going on here. Okay, so are you familiar with Hero Bladehold? I sure am. When it attacks, create 2 1/1 lifelink tokens that tapped and attacking. That's easily the pick here. Colossal Majesty's fine. Colossal Dreadmaw's here. Hey, how you going? Hero Bladehold is here, and we have cats. So the Lena pick would have been good. Vivian. Oh, hey! Vivian's Invocation. This is actually a pretty cool spell. So Vivian's Invocation, this is the shooting the arrow, and it becomes a little spirit. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. You can put a creature card from among them into the battlefield, put the rest in the your library in random order. When a creature is put in the battlefield this way, it deals its power to another creature. I think that's a really good card. It's 7, but it's 7. Look at your top 7, put a big thing into play, and it becomes a Necrotal or a Flame Tongue Kavu, more specifically. So, it's a removal spell on top of a tutor of sorts. So I think I'm going to go with that. And green did look pretty open, so... Could we get huge? Prodigious growth. I think we can get huge. So, let's get big. Look at this ant. By the way, check out this ant. Yeah. Big ant. Big ant, big ant, big ant. Manalith would be good. Take Vengeance is here, though, and I do want some more removal in the deck. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Take Vengeance over the Manalith. Wow. And then our colors are just gone, which is tragic, because our colors were looking really good for a lot of this. Perhaps I can pick up Wall of Vines, the sideboard option. Diagraph Ghouls. Well, the red in here is pretty cool. Hasty Minotaur, Pyromancer, Lightning Mare. Woodland Stream, actually. Might be... Okay, Gift of Paradise is a way to ramp up. You gain 3 life, Enchanted Land has tap for 2 of mana of any color. And also we have Daggerback Basilisk, an old friend of ours from, Rise of the Eldrazi. It's a good place to be. Anteater Eating Ant is a real card, yes. Yu-Gi-Oh cards have some interesting names. I think Gift is actually what I want, though. I just wanted to point out the Basilisk, which is my friend and strong, and I love them. Swiftclaw, Dreadmaw? We can go big. I do want to get... So I feel a little bad not going into the green a little earlier just to get those Elvish Rejuvenators. But more Colossal Dreadmaw, things like that would be fine. I think that's going to be better. Thank you for the sub, Manic Volcanic. I'm happy that you're enjoying this. I'll take the Dreadmaw here. Mighty Leap? I like Mighty... Ooh, One with the Machine. Draw cards equal to the highest converted mana cost among artifacts you control. This is a sweet card. I'm going to go ahead and take Mighty Leap, though. Colossal Majesty, Knight of the Tusk. Colossal Majesty, can I get that to work? Yeah, probably. I don't want the 6-drop, that's for sure. Invoke the Divine is a decent sideboard card. Oaken Form's okay, too. I want to take a decent sideboard card, though. More Plummets. Happy to have more Plummets. Wall Vines came back around. Not that I was really hoping for it. Alright, pack 3. Hello, it's Prodigious Growth number 2. Also, so here's a Johnny's Pride, mate. I was saying that the set had a lot of ways to turn on, that made lifelink, like, made life, like, worthwhile. This is it. Anyway, I want to be huge. Anyone else good with that? Alright. Johnny's Pride, mate was the close second, though. Okay. Blanchwood Armor, Pegasus Corsar, Vigilant Baloth, and Talons of Wildwood. Alright. How do I feel on this one? Yeah, actual Blanchwood Armor. It's a good card. Baloth is very good. Corsar is also extremely good with what we have going on. I'm uncertain on Blanchwood Armor if we need more of the Prodigious Growth, because Blanchwood Armor in our deck is likely going to be Oaken Form. I don't think we're going to be able to make up for the loss. Can we go mono? No, I'm not going to give up Leonin. I think the Pegasus Corsar is the one that speaks to me because we have a lot of things that could really benefit from some evasion. Goodbye, Vigilant Baloth. I think you're the next close pick. Leonin Vanguard. This is one of those things I was talking about the constant life gain, but there's an important card for the deck we have in here, too. Druid of the Cowl makes a lot of our mana requirements a lot easier. This gets us up to our big 6s and 7s very, very sweetly. And is a 1/3 to boot, which is a decent blocker. Let's get some ramp going. How many elves do we have? The answer's not enough to want that over Daggerback Basilisk, but... Is it none? Ah, it's Druid of the Cowl. Sweet. So this is Elvish Clan Caller. This thing is, like, way too expensive. Anyway. I'm all about Daggerback Basilisk here. We already have a Knight of the Tusk, so I don't need another one of those. And we already have a Colossal Dreadmaw. But I do like this card as a way to get things blocked, or, you know, down on the board. Dragon's Horde. Ooh, this is some ramp. It's not perfect for us, but it is ramp. We also have Elvish Rejuvenator as ramp, which is also a body. So Dragon's Horde is a really cool card. I actually love this. This is a card that's like a really cool flavor card for Dragon decks. It's a better Manolith. Whenever a dragon comes into play, it gets a gold counter, and you can remove a counter, draw a card. We don't have any dragons, obviously. This is a Tree Folk, and this is a Dino. But Ramp Elf. Ramp Elf is nice. There's also Gallant Cavalry and Drill Master, all things I'd be happy having. But I want more ramp for this deck to function. Let's keep that on. Oaken Form, Revitalize. Giant Spider. This is actually a missing piece for the deck. We have a bunch of Plummets, but we don't have a Giant Spider for blocking the air. So, get that going. Daggerback Basilisk. Dwarven Priest. Do I have any life? I do have life gain. I've got the Leonin. We do not have Vivian. We have Vivian's Invocation this time around. It's the 7-cost spell. I might pick another Basilisk. Fine. Hey, another Elvish Rejuvenator. And Rupture Spire. With its unfortunate art and all still back. Which is, yeah, that's there. I like more Elvish Rejuvenators, though. I like it more than Manolith, because it deck thins. Talons of the Wild, Knight of the Tusk. Talons of Wildwood gives us more trample if I want to hand off more, but we already have trample on a lot of our top end. Like, this tramples, produces growth, gives trample, so I don't think we need that. Could pick up Knight of the Tusk or even a Swift Claw and feel fine with either of those. Yeah, let's go ahead and pick up the Swift Claw. Alright, in case we overdraw like crazy, we can have the Reliquary Tower. We already have a Root Snare, we do, so I don't want a second. I'll pick up Knight of the Tusk. Aegis. Revitalize. Yeah, there's a lot of the dragons in the set are pretty decent. Obviously, the Elder Dragons are the mythic rare cycle of extremely strong dragons. But there's others as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and put in Pegasus Corsair, take Vengeance, Knights, that, and Daybreak Chaplain seems good. Then we'll put in Druid of the Cowl, Basilisks, Rejuvenators, Bristleboars, Giant Spider. Why did that turn the page back? That's weird. How's our curve look? High. Okay. No, the Elder Dragons are not. You know what? Let me go ahead and save action, please. Fine. Yeah, so Chromium the Mutable, Palladium Ores, the Ruiner, Arcades the Strategist, where is... Where are the others? Vivictus is Mahdi, the Dire, and Nicol Bolas the Ravager. These are 5 mythic rares from M19. They're all real strong. So, anywho, let's get back into the draft. They all have a lot of text. They're all really strong. Oh my god, I didn't save it? Sure, whatever. I thought it was going to save the 38, but it just didn't. Okay. So, take Vengeance, Pegasus Corsair, Gallant Cavalry, Leanin' War Leader, Angel's Dawn, Druid of the Cowl, Prodigious Growths, Twins, why'd you go back a page? Ors, Colossal Majesty, maybe? Gift of Paradise. How can I play Arena? Right now it's in closed beta. There's gonna be, like... However, if you're looking to get into Magic Arena and you haven't already, on Wednesday, there's going to be a Wizard-sponsored event. I'm going to be streaming some Magic Arena Constructed on Wednesday of next week, and I'll be giving out beta codes for the client then. So, anyway, we're at 26. To the heavens. Almighty Leap out as well. Time's that on Wednesday? That'll be around 5 or 6 Central is when I'll be starting doing that. So that'll be my start time, and I'll be doing that for a number of hours. So, yep. If you're interested, Wizards, again, it's a Wizard-sponsored event, so it'll be cool. All right, I think I want one more. Okay, so what is it? Colossal Majesty seems alright in this deck because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things that make it on. It is a bit of a dead card a lot of the times, and maybe it's just better as like a Highland Game or something like that. Maybe an Oresco Swiftclaw. I don't know. Highland game's not bad, it's just not great. How's my creature count? 16. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I go with the Mighty Leap. Actually, nah. I need something in here for early-ish game. Go with the Highland game. Is that better than just Cats? Cats is probably better, but Green is going to be more likely for me to be played. Yeah, Arena is completely separate from Magic Online. It's a completely different program. 16 and 7. Probably going to go like 10-7 split. Well, hold on. Let's see what Suggestatron tells me. It probably is going to tell me like 5. Yeah, 5. No way. Get out of here. It's more of like a free-to-play model where you get gold for doing like a. I'm not leaving this green again. It killed my deck last time. Let's hit done first, and then we can leave here. You get quests. You get like daily win rewards, quests, and you can buy gold. And you can also just buy packs and cards with gems, which are purchased with money. Anywho, there's no trading on here though. It's all gotten like in the client on your own. Anyway, I think we have a deck. I think it's looking pretty fun. So let's go ahead and see how it works. I'm a little scared of removal, but if we just are the beatdown, I'd be happy with that. DCB popcorn. Alright. Time to battle. Popcorn. A lot of new players on Arena. Yeah, Arena seems to be a lot more of a way to jump into things, and that is that's dreadful. All right, let's just take the mulligan. That's also another mulligan. Ooh, this is yep. All right, not been having the greatest of luck today with mulligans. I want to say this is like the 6th or 7th one I've had to take. Alright, we do get Highland game. We get a curve, we got Gift of Paradise, we'll gain some life, we'll find some top end and get things rolling. I gotta take Vengeance as removal, I can Highland game to trade with Pikers and things like that. Nature. We got a lot of ramp too, that's nice. So I don't need to worry about finding ramp, I just need to worry about finding the big stuff. That's good. Let's find the big stuff. But it does have plays. They didn't, like, auto-pass or anything like that. Oh, wow. I am just, like... Alright, let's go ahead and get in with the Highland game. And play Elvish Rejuvenator. So, top 5, grab a land. Almost whiffed. These go to the bottom. So, our War Leader, our Prodigious Growth are on the bottom. Giant Spider and Angel of the Dawn. We did not whiff, though. That's good. So we do know a number of cards on the bottom of our library. So we can't count on drawing into those. Okay. A lot going on here. I can play Gift of Paradise and then tap that land for Druid of the Cowl and get a lot of mana going on here. Hostile Minotaur, huh? Oh, I can actually just kill that too. Alright. Perhaps that's better. Don't know that I need to, though. It's all out. Our life total's fine. I don't need to kill a 3/3. I would rather use this on a little bit bigger of a threat. Yeah, so it's strange. The Rejuvenator is a move to try to make like ramp and things like that function better in constructed paper magic, but it is a much, much less useful move for digital. Like, you absolutely positively don't want that sort of thing for digital. Oh god, they have Palladius, or they have, yeah, Palladius Mora. Palladius Moors. Crap. Oof. Havoc Devils! The devil. The devil. Alright, well. Let's get some more going. Vivian's Invocation on the bottom, Bristling Boar on the bottom. Alright. The problem is that if they actually do have Palladius Moors as their play on 6, the reason I say that is for that white splash. I can't stop that card. It has Vigilance. Like, that's not killable. So let's hope they don't have that. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and pull off this Minotaur with a double block. They want to adjust for it, that's fine by me. We'll kill the Havoc Devils as well if it's their biggest threat. Ooh, Vine Mare. That's a card I wish I had access to. Can I afford to? Yes, I can. So I can go ahead and Havoc Devils and play a 6-drop in the same turn because we played so much ramp. That's nice. Let's get in there for one. Actually, no. Let's not get in there for one. That's a poor idea. I saw this little thing over it. I'm like, it's tapped, right? It has like a little thing over it and it's darkened. But they just played it. Don't let the interface lie to you. This card is hexproof, by the way. This is the card you absolutely positively want to put that, like, +7/+7 trample on. Alright, so Vivian's Invocation for Palladia. They've got their own Vivian's Invocation. Oh! Damn! FTK. Oof. So, by the way, this is the power of Vivian's Invocation. This is the reason I picked the card pretty highly, is that it does a lot for you. Inferno Hellion shuffles back in at the end of the attack step that it came in on. We're not going to block on that in case I do draw. Way to double block on that. Okay, we do get a boar. That's good. I'll trade with the Vine Mare. Let's see if we can make our opponent make a mistake. Alright, we could not make our opponent make a mistake. That's fine. A Squirrel Token, I don't know if I believe that, seeing as we're on a mull to, what, 5? So it's sort of to be expected that our deck is maybe underperforming. Yep, and they get to bolt, and that's going to be the game here. Alright. Yeah. So, yeah, sadly, we've seen some of our top end here. This is, okay, this does keep us alive, which is good. We're not quite dead yet. We can block their dragon. We can go ahead and keep things rolling. They're out of cards. You know, they need to find some sort of piece of interaction. Or like another Spark Tongue Dragon. Something like that to be able to beat us from this position. Because Angel of the Dawn will block. We do have a couple big things we can draw. We can draw +7/+7. That'd be a nice one. I can just go ahead and get in there with the Elvish Rejuvenator. That's not one of those big things. I guess we'll go ahead and... So, this is it. This is where the game is going to be decided. The next couple draws. Whoever draws the next piece of action. However, the thing is, I think I need to draw something like 2 pieces of action, whereas my opponent just needs to draw any piece of interaction or piece of forward-moving creatures, and we'll get... That'll do it! That's a white splash. Create 2 1/1 white soldier tokens. Until the end of turn, your creatures you control get +1/+1 and haste. Alright. That will indeed kill us. Alright. That also shows their white splash. Maybe they don't have Palladios Moors, which is what I was assuming they had, but, you know, you never can tell. I don't think I'm willing to board in Plummet prematurely for that. I am willing to board in Mighty Leap for that prematurely, if I feel like that's better. We just need to actually see some of our top end in due course. It's, you know, lands, ramp, and top end in combination is how these decks tend to work. Anything else I want to change in on this? Maybe any early game, like the Basilisk, like the Elvish Rejuvenator. I think we just stick as is. I don't think there's much else I can put in that would change my like. The Fog wouldn't be That wouldn't be unreasonable. That would not be unreasonable. Specifically for against that 7-drop Hellion. Sorry, the 7-power Hellion, not 7-drop. I think it's a 5-drop. Let's just make it happen. I don't think we can read too much into the loss when it's one of those games where we're that heavily on the mulligan. We did have a pretty good 5. The problem with the 5 was that it was the lands and the ramp without any of the top end to go with it. You know, we needed any sort of continuing pressure was the missing piece. But that's okay. Game 2 will look a little better for us. My Kingdom for a keepable 7. We've still only seen, like, I think one of them tonight. Well, the idea with Fog would be that if we are having, like, a game of... Okay, I like this. I'm actually pretty happy about this one. Daybreak Chaplain is... But the thing about the Fog is that it actually functions well against cards our opponent plays, and if we are in a racing-style situation, it would be a little better. I don't think it's better than any of the cards in the main deck, which is why I didn't put it in. But it's also not an unreasonable addition, is I guess the thought there. So, I do like this. Colossal Majesty is fine. We don't have anything that triggers it, but again, our deck does contain a lot of things that do, so we'll find one of those. This is on... Sadly, it's on upkeep, so I can't, like, Angel of the Dawn to cheat it. That's something. It's a little too expensive now. Let's get Daybreak Chaplain now. Start gaining some life. I'll be fine. Drew to the cowl. Alright. I get the Highland game down. We get Colossal Majesty the next turn. Alright, so they already have a much better start than we do by a mile. Oof. That's a bit of an annoyance. We need to draw running lands. I'd like to get Angel of the Dawn down. We can get Daybreak Chaplain in. At the moment, like, Gallant Cavalry is answered by my board. That's not too bad. I can just block and block. Be okay. Won't take too much from it. Angel of the Dawn will get us a flying threat, which is nice. And then Prodigious Growth on that flying threat, or on Daybreak Chaplain would be fine. That'd be a quite reasonable play, in fact. Really? You're just gonna give me life like that? That's okay by me, if you want to come on in like that. I'll take the free life. I do think I do want to kill one of these things. Well, Gallant Cavalry is fine. That's the body our opponent had. Gets things done. It also is better with Angel of the Dawn, so like, that'll be okay. Okay, if they have Palladius Moors, this is the turn for it, is land Palladia. Our answer to that would literally have to be Daybreak Chaplain attacking in as an 8/10 lifelinker. That'd be my game plan. And we do need to draw a second green, too. I hadn't thought about that. Nothing to be done about that. We do just need... We do have 10 forests, or 9 left in the deck, so... Ooh! Ramp. That's good. This makes a 5/5 flyer. Ugh. That's a little hard to get there with. Or to get there against. So... If Havoc Devils comes in, I will block it with Gallant Cavalry and Daybreak Chaplain. Get those out of the way. I'll try to do a little bit of damage control. I do not like the Draconic Disciple, though. Okay, Daggerback Basilisk. I am uncertain what your liking of Plummet is against a green-red deck. Color is not historically known for flying. Clearly, like, I realize that, again, I've been talking about Palladius Moors, which is something that would be worth bringing in against, but, like, okay, that splash seems a lot less like a splash if they're actually, okay, they can make the dragon as well here. They can just tap their entire board for the dragon, which is what they'll do. Okay. Do I have a good way of dealing with that? Not especially. I would have, like, Prodigious Growth. There we go. Let's go ahead and Angel the Dawn here. Prodigious Growth on Daybreak Chaplain is my game plan here. I don't think there's any attackers here, though. Because Prodigious Growth on Daybreak Chaplain... Okay, so they can kick their dragon here as well, if they want to kick that dragon. That's just going to be 5 in. It's okay. We have time for dealing with this. I would like them to tap a little bit lower. Okay. Perhaps killing the Angel of the Dawn would be nice. Lava Axe to the head, okay. I realize that's like where Lava Axes go, but... Alright, opponent's got, damages they don't control. Alright. A little scared of that, but so the Bristling Boar is really important here. Okay, I'm fine with that, because that means it's not taking out the Daybreak Chaplain. That's really good. I want to see your final card, please. I would like it to be something... That's not the card I wanted it to be. That's the actual opposite of what I wanted that card to be. I guess I did ask, didn't I? That's poor. That's very poor. I need them to not make a lot of attacks here. If they go all out and just, like, go in for the all-out assault, I'm probably dead. I need the Bristling Boar to live, so I have to make blocks based on the Bristling Boar existing. Okay, so we need to go, like, 1-3 here, 2-2 here, pair of 2-2s over there, this here. We take way too much damage in trample. I take 3... 9, 12. I go to 2 plus 1, 3. I gain life. This is the best I've got for blockers. This does appear to be the best I have for blockers. Alright. I'm doing it this way because I need the Bristling Boar to live, because I need to draw a card. If I don't draw a card, like, we're not going to be, I need to hit the 6th land, because if I don't hit the 6th land, I can't race the dragon. That's the whole plan here. So, lots of damage happening. We go to 3. Our opponent has a pretty decent board left over. We draw 2 cards. Alright. Let's dance! The giant chaplain is here. Oh no, this is an enchantment. That's the reason and it tramples. So let's roll. Oh my god, their all-out brings me to 1. Oh, their all-out brings me to 1. Oh my god, another heroic reinforcements, by the way. I found their white splash. It's this, like, just make a team, get on in. So yeah, my blocks are forced here. I need to block here, and I need to block here. We will take 10, go to 1. And we draw 2 cards this turn. Alright. Oh, Angel of the Dawn, you are speaking exactly to me. Flying blocker. Never forget. Get in for 10, get our opponent down to 2, get up to 10. We have a flying blocker in case of emergency. I can chump, and Daybreak Chaplain can win the day. I'm sorry to snipe you from the future like that, PokeCaptain. That's very rude of me. Look at this gigantic Chaplain. So here's the cool thing about this attack. I have to block. My opponent showed me Lava Axe before. So I cannot make the mistake of, like, letting my opponent kill me with Lava Axe. Okay. What do I feel like is necessary for the rest of this game? Things that stop my... Honestly, I'm liking Root Snare more and more, because my opponent has multiple cards that are go on in. They have 2 copies of Heroic in, and they also have the Behemoth. I think this is the first time you're going to see me moving in a freaking Fog effect, as it's going to be necessary to deal with our opponent. Fog is a lot better of a card when it actually gets you cards, like when it, you know. Now what's the question of cards I want to bring out? Card draw enchantment. That's a good question, is if the card draw enchantment is something we really want to have. I do want the ability to long game my opponent, so I feel like that's a card I'm willing to keep in. Alright, I got 20 seconds to choose on it. I did not get wrecked by it in Game 1 as much as I got wrecked by a Moldafy in Game 1, is the real thing there. Obviously, the card's going to be very hard to function, but it would also be a way to get out of a Moldafy had I had a way to get out of that. So I think I'm going to keep it in based on that. We have Gift of Paradise, and I'm on the draw, so I'm completely willing to keep this hand. That's good. We can get Giant Spider down, we can get Pegasus Corsair down, we can be evasive. Elvish Rejuvenator in the hand as well. We just need to draw the 3rd land, I say aloud. I don't know if I like saying that specific sentence aloud. We'll see how that plays out, I suppose. We just need to draw the 3rd land, I say. Looking directly at my hand. All 3 colors again. Egg. All we need to do is draw the 3rd land. It's all we need to do. Okay. It's really the only thing we need is just drawing a 3rd land. Okay. Well, I have had very, very poor luck in these games over the last couple here. A little sad. This one doesn't... So, this is how it's going. Yep. Reinforcements coming in for 8. Oh well. That is how magic does. Our opponent doesn't even have a lot of pressure, it's just that we have nothing to put in front of them. I found it! I found the lands, everybody. I found them. Show me Palladium Ores. That's not Palladium Ores. Alright. Anyway, that's round 1 complete. Thank you for the bits, Dr. Shark. Anyway, that is all we've got there. Let's move on to round 2 and see. It does seem that I am just cursed in these competitive ones. I have done so many of these and have yet to even take a match win, which feels unlikely. Let us see if we can continue. Will we fight against the same opponent again? No, we will not. Soga Kranos. Okay, this looks pretty fine to me. Rejuvenator into Boar with Gasbark Twins and Prodigious Growth. Prodigious Growth on Boar seems really nice. So let's get things rolling. Hopefully we can find our white source off Rejuvenator. Okay. Do like getting Boar, and if I can go Boar on 4, Prodigious Growth on 5, I'll feel pretty powerful. Swiftclaw? This is good. We actually have a pretty good answer to Swiftclaw in Rejuvenator. Like, Rejuvenator just blocks that, and we get our, hey, and there goes. So we lose Vivian's Invocation. Okay. Sigh, Master Thopterus. Okay. Alright, so let's get the board down. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, make a 1/1 colorless Thopter token with flying. Okay, so you get your Thopter, you get your card draw. Ooh, that has like a whoop going on there. Let's go to town. You can only block this with 1 creature. So they're gonna pacify this or Hieromancer's Cage it. That's the very absolute most likely play, is for them to like answer this creature with Hieromancer's Cage or pacifism. I'm happy about Disperse. That does not actually answer the creature, that simply answers the enchantment. So I'm okay with that outcome. We can get the twins down now. And that is a 7/7. That's a big threat, which we can back up with more boars. Blaze boars. We do still have the other 7/7/7 available to us. Okay. They do have a blue creature, and they get a ton of Thoptering. Alright. That's nice stuff. Ooh, that looks real nice. Let's get Colossal Majesty down and start drawing some cards. I feel as though I do not want to be attacking here at the moment. I'm gonna wait. They're getting a lot of... So this is the artifacting deck that I think was wanted by us. Sai is a very good card to make it function. Frilled Sea Serpent, alright. No, it cannot block an additional creature. It can't make like a second block. Okay, so we get our 2-card draw, which is going to be a couple lands. That's fine. Okay. What we need to find here... I'm on a 2-turn clock right now, I believe. Yeah, Frilled Sea Serpent activation plus the flyers is 7/7, so I'm on a 2-turn clock here if they activate Frilled Sea Serpent. That's a 4/4 flyer for 4. That means I'm still on a 2-turn clock. I actually need to... I'm going to die next turn. so we actually need to make offensive plays now or we lose. It's not any of those. I should block with Gearsmith Guardian. Okay. We can kill the Frilled Sea Serpent, we don't die next turn, and that's a good thing. We do need to kill the Frilled Sea Serpent. And let's go ahead and play a Rejuvenator. Okay. So we're going to take 1, 2... We're taking 7, going down to 4. Do they have an Inspired Charge? Or make a stand? That'll kill me. Alright. Okay. So this is absolutely one of the matches where I feel like I want in Invoke the Divine and probably some Plummeting. Let's go ahead and bring that in. I don't like Highland Game in this matchup. Basilisk is okay, but not great. Other instances in MTGA? Yeah, the MTGA is just like magic. It's not like a facsimile of it. It's not like fake magic. It's not like 80%. It's magic. It is. Okay, so I think even the Wall of Vines, I don't know if that's a little too much. That might be overreaction. I still need the Daggerback Basilisk for dealing with certain things. Okay, well, let's go ahead and see if we can make it count. I might just be cursed. Alright, so on the opener... Okay, I can get Leonin War Leader going. I'm pretty happy about that. Leonin War Leader is really nice. This gets us some very, very swift starts. And let's go roll it out. Yes, there's like an algorithmic thing. I think that's only on games that involve best of 1, not best of 3. We have an effect here. We'll play the boar first. Sure. Hey, Vivian's Invocation's kind of nice to see. I want to trade with Snapping Drake, so I'm absolutely willing to make that attack. So having Leonin War Leader feels really nice. They might play out the 3/5, but they don't have any blue creatures. Or they're just going to pass 5. Got our deck? Okay, so we do have ways of drawing around that. We can go ahead and draw our Invoke the Divine and get War Leader in, but we also do have just big things. I've got 2 7s in my hand, and Rejuvenator to power them, so that's nice. I think Dreadmaw should be able to get in over Frilled Sea Serpent. We're going to play the Rejuvenator. I'm going to save the Prodigious Growth for like a last gasp sort of thing. Don't want to use it immediately. Okay. That gets a little more dangerous. I will chump block that. That's a lot of... That was weird. The name didn't shake. You see that? Alright, so we want Vivian's Invocation to hit us Daggerback Basilisk. Bam! Okay, exactly as planned, in fact. Yeah, it specifically is the creature that deals the damage. So I believe that our opponent has a copy of Make a Stand. I'm going to get them to spend it. They're going to double block and then make a stand here. Oh, totally lost. Alright. That's fine. I still think they have a copy of Make a Stand. I didn't want to go into 5 mana like that with Prodigious Growth because they've shown Disperse. So I need them to be a little more tapped out. Let's get them to spend that here. So this should be them casting Make a Stand, taking 0, and then we get to play out Colossal Dreadmon pass. Okay. Perfect. Exactly as expected. So from here, I should be able to play Prodigious Growth on Daggerback Basilisk and go to town. Ooh, they have another instant, though. That's a bit of an annoyance. Okay, this could be bad. I'm gonna try it anyway. I believe that their final card in hand is an instant. They were manually passing, so I think they have a Disperse here. It's not where I want them to be, but I don't think I have a choice. Damn it. Yeah, okay. Sometimes knowing doesn't change the outcome. Okay. So if I can find a way to get War Leader free, that'll be good. Ooh, that's strong for them. I do not believe we're in a favorable position. I believe we're in a losing proposition at the moment. I believe our opponent is going to play out, oh wow, that's 6 power in the air, yikes. That gets things done very quickly. I need to draw into one of my +7/+7s on the Daybreak Chaplain, I think. They're gonna move that axe over to Omen Speaker. Okay, that's exactly what we needed to do. So let's show a cool interaction, why don't we? So Death Touch and Trample have a neat interaction where your opponent dies. You only need to trample over for 1. So that 9/9 attacking, if they blocked with both creatures, we go 1/1/7 their face, and then the extra 1 would kill them. More and more, I am feeling like something like a Plummet or even a Mighty Leap might do me some good. I want the Daggerback Basilisk in the deck, though. Our opponent showed a lot of creatures that it kills. I don't have ways to hexproof, and that's a bit of an annoyance. Yeah, Deadly Overwhelm for those who are familiar with Eternal. Now let's just go normal. Alright. 3rd game. Hopefully we can get there. Opponent had a good set of interactive tools. Haven't had ramp at a big thing once yet. Yeah, you're correct. And we're going ahead and mulligan again. That's, God, that is just going so dang poor. Alright, Gift of Paradise. Keep that land on top. I like having invoked the Divine against this opponent. That seems fine. Alright. Ooh, Colossal Majesty with Bristling Boar. I like it. If I draw a land here on 3, I actually will go ahead and cast the Majesty instead of anything else. My Thopterus, sure. Okay, I did not draw the land, which means I believe I need to cast the Gift of Paradise instead. We have Invoked the Divine. Our opponent's going to have artifacts for days, though, is the problem. They're just going to be absolutely full of artifacts. So, like, that Aerial Engineer is going to be a 4/4 flyer permanently. So we want to play the Bristling Boar. And then the 5-drop, they're going to play that 5/5, would be my guess. Nope, Swiftclaw. That's good. That's not an artifact, which is really good for us. I want to get Colossal Majesty down right now, so I can get some more cards rolling in. If I can get Prodigious Growth on Daybreak Chaplain, we've been in that position before. That's a good place to be. Is this Serpent Tyrant? Yep, Frilled Sea Serpent. Always a worthwhile turn. Let's draw our second card. Draw for turn. Alright, how do we feel about going in with an 8-10? I think it's worth putting pressure on our opponent here. They can put a lot of creatures in front of this to kill it, but they can't, like... It's their entire team, and we get to kill a lot of that team. Okay. 2 for 2, looks like. I'm happy with 2 for 2 in our favor. That kills Frilled Sea Serpent and Psy Master Thopterist. Actually, no, sorry. That kills Aerial Engineer and Psy Master Thopterist. I don't have enough for that. We get the Aerial Engineer and Psy off the table. Frilled Sea Serpent sticks around, but that's okay. Frilled Sea Serpent, when my left was at 32, is a lot less of a threat. Sure, no blocks. I will take that. And then do they have a good drop here? Maybe another Sea Serpent? These things are a little big. Not a huge fan of them. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and Vivian's Invocation. Hey, let's go ahead and get a 7/7 down, which kills off one of these Sea Serpents. Alright, how about 7/7 Necrotol? Is that good? I think that's pretty good. Oh my god, we might be able to get the win off. Again, Colossal Majesty is Phyrexian Arena without the life loss for us at this point, so a very good position for us to be in. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and see if they double block. They again could have the make a stand, but if they have make a stand, that's their final card in hand, and I'm okay spending that. Okay, killing the Frilled Sea Serpent makes me feel a lot safer about where we are. Let's go ahead and play out Gallant Cavalry. And another boar. Alright, and I probably don't need to play any more creatures at this point. I think what I have on the board is going to be sufficient to kill our opponent, so no need to commit anything more than this. Hey, we got there! A victory at last. So the real thing that got us the victory there was actually the fact that our opponent played Psy, a Master Thopterus. The drawing 2 cards is good too, sure, but the fact that they played Psy Master Thopterus on 3 and had no follow-up. Like, they didn't have artifact follow-up. Like, that was their missing piece. They actually had the Aerialist that becomes a 4/4 flyer for 4, which would have been really good for them in that position. They also, like, you know, they had a lot of things that would have been very, very important to have in that position, but specifically that was their missing piece. So, anyway, the curse is lifted. I have my win. Jace! My enemy! Abseller. Pretty happy with the outcome of the deck. This one's working a lot smoother than the other one. We're having some work. We continue to have like these opening hand problems. Okay, this one looks okay. I realized it's 2 7-drops, but, like, I can play everything else, and I'm happy with everything else I can play. So... Okay, drawing land is also good here. We want to continue to draw into resources. Got their own green. Let's go ahead and make this happen. An Elvish Rejuvenator, ramp us even further. Grab the white. Oh, and we get actually a decent set of cards going to the bottom. Okay, we're going to get to Vivian's Invocation. Oh god, are they going to play a 10-10? I guess I have answers to that and just controlling Daggerback Basilisks. Ah, damn. Close. That's so close. That's fine. I actually want a Daggerback Basilisk in play before I play Prodigious Growth, because playing this on Daggerback Basilisk is going to be really good. Like, again, that's a 9-9 with Trample Touch. Oh, come on, land. Land off the top. Here we go. Let's get huge. Hello! Here's a 9-9. I'm here for crushing, for killing! What's our opponent's second color is the question. Do they actually have a way to kill this? If they're mono green, they ain't touching it. If they have, like, white, they can pacify it. Okay, Rex Sage. That gets the job done, sure. That's a reasonable counter to what I just did. Let's go ahead and, I'm actually going to attack with the Basilisk because I have a backup Basilisk and I want to clear their board off. We get Gasbark Twins here as our big 7/7. I can play the Invocation as, if I draw a land, I can play Invocation to kill their blocker and lethal them. How's their Blanchwood armor looking? It is an Oaken form at this point. Skeleton! Skeleton. I guess we get Bristling Boar. So they have black. They revealed to us their second color and their secret. Skeletons. Alright. I now know your secret. They're like skeleton ramp. I think I'm okay with what we got. I don't really know enough about our opponent to make changes, and I don't think there's anything I'd immediately want to put in. Yeah. Let's make it happen. Our opponent was a little afflicted by the mana, the screws being applied to them. They were not able to get out from under that 3 lands, and didn't have plays for the first, like, 4 turns of the game, which is a poor place to be. I'm gonna keep this one. Red Maw for 6 is not great, but I like Pegasus Corsair a lot. Okay. Basically, I'm not willing to mulligan away a hand that has lands and spells in combination if I have all my colors. Even if it's going to look like this. Alright. They got Gift. Are they ramping? They're not doing anything. I have Gift. We'll Gift next turn. Basilisk this turn. Puts up a bit of the defense. Oh, not enough defense against that. That's for dang sure. Alright, so we absolutely want to... Why would your interface work like this? Yeah. There we go. Okay. Get in. Because I can't block, and they're certainly not going to trade. Ooh, Rock's Oracle. What a good card. 4-2 draw. Nice place to be. Sure, I'm drawing heavy on the lands here. Let's... Let's make this happen. Okay. I'm gonna kill my Pegasus here, but I'm okay with that. No, they're not gonna kill my Pegasus here. Okay, never mind. They have skeletons. Skeleton. Skeleton. They're off double blacks. They don't have the kill ability. Let's Invocation here. That gets us a big play, right? No, gets us Giant Spider, which kills their Rocks Oracle, which is similar to a big play. Attacks. That's sort of like a big play. No! It's Worm! Why? Who did this? Who gave you the Worm? It's mine. Worm's in the set, by the way. I hope you know. I'm really happy to see Worm. I'm really sad to see Worm. I'm really happy to see Worm. I am killing Worm with Dagger Basilisk, though. Hi. I'll take 5 trample. So they get their card draw because Worm is great. And lovely, and the best. And then they get to make some real plays. Probably a kill spell on Giant Spider and an Colossal Dreadmaw that gains them 3 life. Would be a... Oh! My goodness. Okay. Sure. And I'm out all of my Death Touch creatures at this point. Thanks. This thing can only be single blocked, and whenever it is dealt damage, it gets bigger. So... that's gonna be a problem very quickly. I need to draw into Vengeance. I need to draw into Vengeance to take that down. Alright, I'm gonna take 7 here. If they kill me, they kill me. Like, Might of Oak style, but I'm going to take 7 here to try and last as long as possible against that card. I know our opponent's at 18 thanks to Worm. Ooh, this is poor stuff on my end. And our opponent still has an instant. Uh-oh. I might be dead on the turn here. We'll see what the outcome is. Our opponent definitely has an instant, though. That was a delay on their action. So I have to chump the Hungering Hydra with Giant Spider. And then Skeleton... Yeah, so I need to block here. This doesn't trample. Block here. And then we take 3... go down to, if they have a, what's the pump spell they could have that would kill me, or Titanic Growth? Is that the pump spell they could have that would kill me? Can you fake an instant in this game? Absolutely! You can just go ahead and hit control and it'll do the fake instant thing. The thing is that, like, the amount of players that play around that are very obvious. Like, you know when somebody's doing that, because they're doing it all the time. Okay, Palaka. Interesting. Do we want anything else in? I don't know if there's anything we want in. So I think that means we need to spend our Daggerback Basilisk a little better. That's going to be a bit of a problem. I could also bring in the, like, Oroscro Swift Claws and try to rush down game, and I think that'd be okay. I don't know if I need Giant Spider against this opponent. Rushdown plan might be worthwhile in this game. Let's put in a Mighty Leap. Yeah, it's mostly I'm trying to figure out if there's anything more I can do. I don't think I like Highland Game too much against this opponent and can upgrade it to more damage. I think Mighty Leap gives us a trick to fight their trick. And our opponent did not show a lot of flying, so that would give us a piece of evasion. But I do agree with you that that game was much more of a, like, had a lot more to do with our players not hitting as much. I thought about making the planes change, but I think I'm still okay 7-10. We have a lot of double green, and we did show troubles getting to that in one game. I don't want to undercut it, because we get really, really hosed by that. I cannot find a keepable 7 to save my goddamn life. This is a 17-land deck with a ton of acceleration, and I cannot find a keepable hand. Alright. No, this is a trick by Satan, right here. This, putting that on top is a trick by the devil. To get me to keep the Elvish Rejuvenator. Because we do need to draw the third land. If we don't draw the third land, this hand fails to function. Alright. Which... Alright, Child of the Night. Rejuvenator will block that pretty well. It's, 15 and, what, 32? Alright, that is exactly what we needed. Wow, that's a lot of lands gone. Alright, I'm fine with 4 lands on the bottom. I'm not fine with Take Vengeance on the bottom. That's actually a little poor. But getting Leon and War Leader down is going to be really good. Our opponent missed their third land drop. Let's get Rejuvenator in. And play out the War Leader. So the trick about the War Leader is that this is hell. This is like Sirens level danger. This will end the game so quickly. I guess our opponent also had a very poor mulligan and is done. Yeah, War Leader ends the game in a couple turns. Oh, that's a little sad that that's the outcome. Is just like mana troubles the game, but there are times where that is just how Magic the Magic the Gathering functions. White Goblin Rabblemaster. Yeah, if you're familiar with Hero of Bladehold, a card from Mirrodin Besiege, very close to that. Magic the Gamera. Yeah! Alright, 2 wins! We can't go worse than 50-50. Let's keep rocking. I am in. Ideal draws allow you to curve out. Jace is back. Nelu. Alright. I have very simple wants. A keepable 7 is the only want I have, and I just... Yeah. Yes, I realize that it is functionally different than the card, but it's the closest thing I have in comparison, so... No. Unknown opponent, I don't want another 4-drop. Diagraph? Vampire Neonate. Okay, that's fine. Ooh, depends, sure. Get a lot of our top end here. We do have 4 lands, so we can get to the boar, and we can Angel of Dawn and have the boar attacker 5. Probably won't die there. Oh, opponent's gonna be moving in fast though, because they're this deck. Thank you, Chaplain, for showing your face. Happy that you're here. But yeah, our opponent is our first draft opponent. Every one of them is just the like, I have 3-cost things on black and white. They're the Rushdown. Of course, they probably do have some, 5-drop flyers, things of that nature. I am willing to block the Oresco Swiftclaws if it comes in. If they spend a trick, that's fine. If they don't spend a trick, I don't take a bunch. I'm fine with them spending a trick, because that's likely their whole turn as well. And Swiftclaw is cool. It's okay, perfect. That is a trick. Alright. So we get the boar on 4, we get the angel on 5. I might have to actually spend the boar and defense. It depends on how aggressive this 4 slot they play is. Not very, okay. I'm probably able to save this boar for, they might have the -3/-3 trick, though. There's a 4-mana -3/-3 card. It's a pretty decent, like, it is a removal spell. It's not like a good removal, but when you sometimes, you know, you just play the bad removal you have. And sometimes I just know what cards are in my opponent's hand. It's nice. And then is this Siege Rhino time? I hope it's not. I want my opponent to just play something lower than Siege. Okay, that's much lower than Siege Rhino. Alright, I think I need to actually play the Rejuvenator to ensure the Dreadmaw drop. Okay, growth on the bottom. That leaves us one other growth. They're also not on double white. It's okay. Rejuvenator's really good here because it blocks the Swift Claw. They can't come in with that anymore. It just doesn't function. So we put the you know, the complete stop on their aggression. No, I can't stop talking about cards. This is what I do. I will never stop talking about cards. Gallant Cavalry. Alright. So I get to play Dreadmon. If I draw a land, I get Gaspark. Alright, Gaspark it is. Gaspark's really cool here because it has the double block ability. And it might actually come in relevant here. Like, this, honest to God, the double block ability on Gaspark Twins might matter. Incredible. Because they can't, like, without that ability, they could all out me and actually get reasonably... Does it answer me for talking about cards? Please, God, walk backwards into hell. Absolutely. Let's play a Dreadmaw. They have an instant ability, but the Neonate disguises if they actually have an instant or not. Angel of the Dawn is going to give +1/+1 Vigilance to my team, and they're going to be getting in real hard. That's my game plan on the next turn. Pegasus Corsair. That's a nice card. It's not good enough, but it's nice. Alright, so let's go ahead and get Angel of the Dawn down. Alright, and then let's go ahead and get in with Gaspark Twins and Colossal Dreadmaw for hefty damage. They can, like, triple block to kill these, but I would be very happy if a triple block was occurring. So, they're also, you know, vigilant on this attack, which is perfect. And trample. This is 15 damage coming in. Yeah, it is a bit late. I'm trying to think what I want to do tomorrow. I do have a couple things I'm going to be doing. I was going to do some streaming earlier today, but I got sidetracked by finishing O's, which I was completely happy with, because the end of that show was really, really fun. But tomorrow, we're going to do more of that, and then maybe I'll do some... I've been meaning to do some Fiesta. That's, like, high up on my list of things to do, is Fiesta. We'll see when that actually gets time to occur. Really, you have a trick here? So I'm going to go like this in case you do. It's not enough to kill it. They need a trick here. Like, this is only 6 points. What's the play? You have a -1/-1? Like, they might have the -1/-1 instant. I don't understand that block. They needed more on that. Do they have it? Or are they just going to Vampire Neonate? This can't target things, it's just opponent loses a life. Alright. That's weird. I even chose not to kill the Dwarven Priest because I expected that a player making that block was not making it out of error, that they were making it out of certainty that it was going to work. So... let's go ahead and have Angel of the Dawn block the Pegasus Corsair. If they have a trick, they get me, but, like, they didn't have a trick on the last attack, so... I don't know why that would change here. Like, what would have changed that they would have actually had a trick? Knight of the Tusk! Alright. So let's get in with our 3/3 flyer and our 7/7, because the 7/7 can overrun Knight of the Tusk. Yeah, they must have forgotten the +1/+1. That occurs. It happens there, and it's easy to make missteps. It was 8 health, so no trample. Yeah, but, like, I just don't know why you would throw on everything like that. I don't know. It seems funky, especially knowing they have Knight in the Tusk in their hand. Alright, they have one unknown card, one unknown card, non-land, and one unknown drawn card. Could be a land. I do try to make a distinction between that in draws and such. It is possible for our opponent to, you know, draw, like, I don't think they're holding 2 lands. I think they could hold 1 land. Do they have Knightly Valor? Is that what they're looking at? The Daggerback Basilisk does a good job of making that a moot play. Same with the Colossal Dreadmaw. It would be like Knightly Valor on the Tusk. Oh, they just have Take Vengeance. Okay. That does get there. So Angel of the Dawn gets in for 3. That kills them in 4 turns. They also do have the advantage of... Ooh, Gallant Cavalry. That's nice. Because I can't get in with the 6/6. I could get in with the Daggerback, but I don't actually want to get in with the Daggerback. They can gain life with a Vampire Neonate to bring themselves up to 10 instead of 9 after the 3 turns of attacking. But the Gallant Cavalry gives me a sidestep where I can just all out on the final round. Especially if I draw my other Angel of the Dawn. I do have a number of very live draws here. +7, +7. You see that again? The names did a shift again. So, like, when I played the Gallant Cavalry, all the cards moved, but the names didn't. Anywho. But yeah, I was planning on doing this stream earlier today, but I did not. So that is why we are doing it now. Which I'm happy you're all here. I know this is not a... I know my normal stream time... Oh, they actually do have a kill spell. That complicates matters. And they're out of cards in hand. Okay. So now we're on solved board. Can I get in? I can't. I need something else. I just need anything else here, and I can't tell what lands this is going to tap, so we just have to guess. This helps with the life drain problems. Like, that means that they're not going to be getting us through life drain, things like that. I don't think there's any attackers that make sense here. We have a lot of draws we need to draw into, and we do have a number of them still live. After playing the Eldritch Rejuvenators, I know we have one more copy of the +7/+7 in the top of our deck. We also have about what feels like a zillion lands in the top of our deck. There are 10 lands in the top, and I think there's 2 on the bottom. So we have 10 plus... Okay, I hope they don't... If they draw an evasive creature, that would be the breaker, right? That would be the thing that just completely makes this untenable as a position. And they also do have the clock. If we get into a stalled board like this, they're the one who comes out on top. So we need to find something to break the board stall. And we do have them. We do have the plus... getting +7/+7 on Daggerback Basilisk, for instance, would be a good way out. Okay, that is also what I would call a way out. Leonin War Leader will allow us to sidestep most of this with not an all-out assault, but close. And it does give lifelink tokens, so if I'm in a position where my life total is a problem, Warcaller going in can shift that. We also have, you know, 8 creatures to their 5. Yes, the Knight of the Funk, not the Funk, Tusk, but is strong, 3/7, but we do answer it. How do we want to go about this? They have 2 cards left in hand, probably real ones. Are they gonna spend kill spells on War Leader? Okay, that's an irrelevant creature. That's just a body. Body, no text. Alright, 11 of 15. We only have 4, I think, remaining after all the Rejuvenators putting them on the bottom. Are we in a position where I need to attack with my things? I do not believe so. I believe I need to pass. This is such a funky position. I do not like it. The Neonate is a 5-turn clock at this point. Could be quicker. Again, if they find flying, if they find evasion, if they find things like that, that would be the killer. Oh my goodness. Alright. So if they have Siege Rhino, that kills me outright. Because they can drain plus Siege Rhino. Anything that returns? No, that's just a 2/3, no text. At this point, there are, what, 3 lands at the bottom of my deck, and 13 lands here. I'm gonna have to attack with a War Leader next turn, if nothing changes. My hand is being forced. We still have lands on the top is the problem. Okay, Daybreak Chaplain. Again, doesn't do anything. It's not really a game changer. They're gonna kill my Warcaller? That's the thing that is the biggest threat here, is the Warcaller. I want to draw my other Angel. That would be my preferred top deck right now, would be my other Angel. If they have attacks, that's going to be really scary. Yeah, also our opponent's at 15, so we can't just, like, throw on the Basilisk and go to town. Alright, what I can do here, and what I think I will do here, is put on the growth on Leonin War Leader. So this is an 11/11. They have to block with a lot to result in this card's death. So there's our cats. We'll gain 2 life off of this attack. Our opponent will also gain 2 life off of this attack. No matter what, the 2 Daybreak Chaplains will block the 1/1 tokens. So that will happen. But the question is, how much of this can I leverage into board wiping our opponent? Like, how much are they willing to block? Can I get Neonate in combat, for instance? Also, is our... No, Daybreak Chaplain. Ours is in the grave at the moment. Okay. So that's 8 of the necessary 11. They need to put almost everything else into this block in order to get the kill. And that removes much of their board. And then I'll be able to start taking them down. That's only 10. They do need 1 more power in order to make this set of blocks functional. I would love the Vampire Neonate to just be involved in this combat for no reason. That would be beautiful. Oh, okay. That's only 10, so I'm gonna go like this, 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 this. And do they have a trick then? They must have a trick for this. There's no reason you would make that block and not, like, have something to make this non-functional. -3/-3, perhaps, would be a good answer to that. Which is why I set it up 2/3/3 the way I did. Perfect. That's a good outcome. We actually get to keep the lifelink tokens because our opponent didn't chump them. Interesting. Okay, happy to see our lifelink tokens continuing to be in play. I think I need to start making combat happen, though, is the thing that's missing. Ah! That is the game changer right there. Hello. I'm gonna need to jump my cat tokens is the, like, weird thing about this, I think. cards are left in deck? 13, 14. They've got 10 lands. Hey, okay. Let's see if the Invocation can take out Neonate. I would love Invocation to actually deal with this clock problem I have. I need a 3-power creature. Oh, hi. A 3-power creature, you say? That will deal with this pretty cleanly. Everything on our team has vigilance, so we just go ahead and hit the A button, or the space bar, or the all-out button. Ten attackers! Jump a cat. Oh, yes, I did the order that way to do 4 power of damage, which worked out. Goodness, we nearly died to that, to this life drainer because we couldn't get through we couldn't board break. So I think what that means is I need to bring in more board breakers. Do I have any more things like that? I don't know. Sure. Two, 4, 6, 9, 16. That's an odd block. 21, 23? Yeah, the O3 has been consistently strong on the other end of the table. It turns out that 3 toughness is a pretty good line for, like, just being able to block reasonably. And then it gives you something, anything, to win a long game. Like, it takes a long time to be relevant, but my goodness, it will get there. This game has been so long. This is the first game against this opponent. No win. No win. You can see it in the sides. Anyway. We did get victory. Victory was ours, so we need to bring in a little more board breaky style cards, is I think the piece here. Do I have anything? Mighty Leap might be a good thing to jump up and keep things rolling. Island Game is what I don't want. So yeah, let's go Mighty Leap over that. And yeah, I think that's good. Alright, on to game 2 against this opponent. Let's see if the low to the ground black-white style can defeat us. We do have a pretty good game against them, I feel. We had a slow start in that one. Our opponent was getting through pretty heavily with that Oresco Swiftclaw. I couldn't. Oh my goodness. I can't have it. I can never get what I ask for. Okay, now this is dangerous. Ugh. Danger, danger. I get to fly in Wheelan and War Leader. Okay. Sure, Daybreak Chaplain is fine. The other thing that makes these games go just so absolutely infinitely long is how much life gain exists just in the game in general. Our opponent has multiple cards that are just endless streams of life. If they attack with both, I will not block. I'm committed. They don't have a trick. Need a War Leader. So War Leader means that they have a harder time of attacking in if they want to get by a 4-4. Oh, they do just have Hieromancer's Cage. Interesting. I guess I should have known about that before, but I did not. Alright, let's go ahead and block there. I guess that's almost enough to want me to bring in the destroy target artifact or enchantment so that I can make that worthwhile. Alright. We gotta play defense. Colossal Dreadmaw will come down and fix things up. Double black means they can Lich's Caress if it comes to it. Here we get to... Ah! They figured out that move. We're gonna go ahead and dagger back Basilisk to take care of things. They realize... And then they play their Knight of... No, no Knight. I thought this would be the Knight of the Funk. Okay. So I can fly in for 7. I just need to get enough things on the ground to, you know, make their cracks in not work. Got 8 of our 17 in hand. Okay, Pegasus Corsair is really important for our, as one of our board breakers, though, is the trick here. So I just need a little bit more to make sure that they can't crack in, and then I can start cracking in myself. Maybe one more blocker would be enough for me to start cracking in. Because we can't survive a crackback is the problem. They have 8 or 7 there, which would put us to 2. Skeleton. There's that Knight of the Tusk. That's a pretty reasonable card. Alright. Pretty happy to see Gift. Why? So that means I can block the Knight of the Tusk. Now, there's no attacking at this point. Our life total is, again, a little too low for me to risk anything. Our opponent is also drawing just as many lands, though, so that's nice. Okay, Druid of the Cowl. I hate auto-tap, but refuse to turn it off because of how long it takes to cast spells if you don't have auto-tap on. So, it's... Okay, another Trusty Pack Beast. Okay. That helps if they draw the -3/-3. I can save Pegasus Corsair. Oh my god. Okay, this is how we win. Thank you. That's how we win a top deck war. Just draw twice as many cards. Sure. Opponent is on a lot of just creatures with no text. Problem is, like, they're actually getting a bit of a board going. If they draw a board breaker, they would kill me. So, let's draw a card. We'll draw 2 lands for the turn. Ooh, oh, okay. Hold that. We're gonna wait. Don't worry. We'll get there. They're considering if they have attacks that make sense, so... Okay, draw our 2 lands for the turn. Alright, and then, like, Mighty Leap. Jump Bristling Boar. And then... Never Forget. And then our opponent takes 23 damage. Simple. And that's the board breaker. Kill you from full. The most dangerous question in Magic the Gathering. Can I kill you? Like, how much damage did we pull out of a hat there? 3, 5, 12? We pulled 12 damage out of nowhere, plus evasion. Hey, Bo Nash, how you doing? Like, that was Hearthstone levels of secret damage. And even if it went wrong, everything had vigilance, so I couldn't get super punished for it. Tender hips. Seriously, the most threatening question you can ever ask somebody is, like, what's your life total? Like, and then they answer 19, and you go, okay. It's beautiful. Ooh, okay. So I kept without the white because we have the Rejuvenator, which draws us through our top 5 to try to find a white source. Are they going to Resco Swiftclaws? No! Oh, our opponent's on the defense today. Okay. That's reasonable. So we have like a control opponent on the table. Hey, okay. I want to tell you a story about a mechanic called Prowess. Rest in peace, Prowess. We never knew ye. This is not Prowess. It's like Prowess, but it is not Prowess. It's only on instants and sorceries. So... anyway, we'll take 2. Giant Spider is going to be a good answer to this stuff. Vivian's Invocation is nice. Let's get the Dagger back down first. They did not, like, remove Prowess from the game. Like, cards that have Prowess still have Prowess. But they are no longer printing cards with Prowess. Which is sad, because Prowess is one of my favorite mechanics in the game of Magic the Gathering. Miles Tails Prowess. By the way, that all said, Aven Windmage, good card. Thank you! That's a really weird disperse. I don't get that. Why would you do that? That doesn't get you extra damage with your wind? What is that? What was that play? Okay, so twins on the bottom. Oh, giant spider on the bottom. Ah, well. Like, that wasn't even tempo, like, in the sense that it got them aggressiveness. Like, they... oh my god, they really want this Basilisk off the table. Sure, you can have it. I'm willing to... no, I'm not even willing to chump that. I'm crushing. You're gonna spend all your removal on a Daggerback Basilisk. I'm gonna beat you down. That's how this is gonna work. We'll save a second Hieromancer's Cage. Okay. The power of +7/+7. They spent... why did they spend the Disperse? Anyway, let's get Invoke the Divine in here. Let's get rid of Highland Game. Invoke the Divine seems very good because they played the 5/5 we can kill with this. They also played Hierophant's Cage, the O-Ring, so we can get through with that. Plummet might also be a realistic include if we have worse cards. But, like, they wanted the tempo, but, the bouncing the Basilisk didn't do anything because the Basilisk wasn't stopping them from doing anything. Anyway, they very likely already realized that. So no need to harp continuously on it. Damn it, a mono red deck that used Swift Spear, Titan Strike, Teamer, Battle Rage, Return 3 kill in Standard, nor Prowess makes me sad. Yeah, they kept Prowess around as a keyword in like, Standard for a long time, but have just sort of moved away from it, which is sad. I'm gonna take out... Basilisk. I probably shouldn't. It's the most dangerous card in the universe to our opponents, so I probably want to keep it in if they think it's that dangerous, but I think it's not very good against an opponent like this. I guess it attacks through their wall, and that's why they're so scared of it. Like, oh my god, I can't block that with my wall. It'll die. I'll take 2 damage and go from 20 to 18 and instantly be defeated. Giant spider, prodigious growth, flying. Hell yeah, I'm in. I like bristling boar here too. This is nice stuff. Ah, birds. Alright, our opponent is bird heavy, bird tribal. Okay, moving along. Rusty back beast, sure. That's cool. I'm really happy we've actually been able to keep multiple hands here, which is kind of incredible, not gonna lie. Alright, let's get the courser down. Let's get the boar down. Let's get in for 5. Let's see what our opponent actually has going on. I think they have a Take Vengeance. Oh, they got their blue. Oh, the cage. All right. That's fine. I disagree. Let us deal a lot of damage to our opponent. They probably have a way to bounce the Corsair, but that's alright. Oh my god! Alright. Sure. So, our opponent has a lot of Hieromancer's cages, I see. Can they do a third one against Gaspark Twins? Divination! That might draw you something. I get to Angel of the Dawn and attack in here, though, is the big thing. If they don't have a bounce spell for Gaspark Twins, this fight is over. Alright. Well, that actually keeps them alive. They have to do some chump blocking to not die here. Wall of Mist has to block Gaspark Twins, and Giant Spider has to be blocked by, like... Oh! Or they're leaving. That is fair. Alright, what's that put us up to? How much more do we got to go? This deck is rolling on in. I'm really happy about this. We get our reward card. Hey, Filigree Familiar. That's just bark. Alright, one last game. So this is the final match of the night, everybody. Hope you've been having a good time. I've seen some new faces in here today. I'm glad to see y'all here. If you want to keep checking out more cards, I do a lot of card streams, but I do a lot of odds and ends as well. Big fan of, like, platformers and Dark Souls. But cards are my big stock and trade. So if you want to catch more stuff like this, you can always follow, see when things are going down. But I'm happy you're here and having a good time. I'm always glad to see new faces. And all the old faces, too. I'm glad y'all are here having a good time with it. That's the entire... Karn Mir against Popsicle. The final fight. Karn will fight Karn. Robot will fight Robot. My name is Karn. I have metal joints. Beat me up and win 15 silver points. Oh, I'll keep. Druid of the Cowl makes this fine. That's a lot of top end. We need to draw lands running, but we've seen that's something reasonable. Okay, good. This gets me Gallant Cavalry on 3. Oh no. Yes, absolutely. To answer your question, Kaiden, and I'm very sorry about that. The bot is only supposed to catch real links, not you just saying Jinteki.net. But absolutely, I was actually planning on doing some of that tonight, but it didn't. It didn't come up. I need to do a lot more. That's not happening. But yeah, I have, I wanted to do some, Jinteki.net playing, tonight, because I need to do some more play for Worlds. I'm really excited about Worlds coming up, Magnum Opus, coming up soon. Alright, so this is where I get to play out Angel of the Dawn. I told you, land's running, I'm playing like Kavanaugh today. We did play against the green-black opponent. Rotation is really... Yeah, I'm real excited for Worlds, which is in early September, which should be really exciting to me. Like, just... Murder! I'm really happy they burned Murder, y'all. I'm real happy that our opponent burned off Murder. They come in with the chaplain, I'll probably double block. Coming in for 9. Yeah, you can only do 1 murder. It's against the law to do 2 murders. See? Told you. It's against the law to do 2 murders. Alright, don't really know enough about our opponent to make true decisions on what I want in and out. I think I'm willing to just stick to our guns. But yeah, I still have yet to do a lot of the playtesting I need to do for Worlds. I am still something like 3 cycles behind on owning cards as well, which is going to prove a bit of an issue for the upcoming event. So I've been doing a lot of research into what exists, what sort of decks are being played, what's the big, what, you know, things like that. Knowledge is the most powerful tool I have at my disposal. Second is the second tool I have at my disposal is practice, though. I need to go ahead and take advantage of that one. So I can make a Daggerback Basilisk plus our opponent's off white. Are they actually off white, or are they? Oh, they might actually be off white. Okay. Hey, we get a Rejuvenator play, which is really good here. I like the Rejuvenator play because next turn I can play Gift of Paradise and Basilisk in the same turn, assuming this hits. I'm wondering if this is going to miss. Been waiting for it. It is possible for this card to miss. I don't know why I would say that sentence aloud. Seems like a really, really good way to curse myself, but Elvish Rejuvenator is a ramp piece that can just fail sometimes. Okay, Hired Blade, they can play out. That's reasonable. Sky, they're off-white. Alright, let's take some damage. No blocks. Alright, so we've got 2, 3, Gift of Paradise on planes. And then the Rejuvenator gets in for 1. Because, you know. Alright, I'm worried about a murder. My opponent has not done their 1 legally allowed murder. So... Wow. The white really was a splash, wasn't it? Alright, well, let's assume... Actually, let's go ahead and make big happen. If they're gonna do a murder, right? Like, this is the place they do it. We get them to do a murder on the Gaspark twins, and then once they've done their one legally allowed murder... What the hell? Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Oh dear. It's a bit scary. Not like too scary, mind you, but a bit. Alright, let's go ahead and set up a murder. Huge audacity of huge audacity of huge. 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 I can't wait for the truly audacious to happen. Are you ready? Oh, our opponent didn't have the murder. There's only one play here. Huge. Huge, 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 huge. What a beautiful ending. What if we make a Daggerback Basilisk that's stronger than an Eldrazi, bigger than Emrakul? Able to leap my opponent's life total in a single blow. Oof. Alright. So, we did the 0-5 and we did the 5-1. Vile Manifestation. Pretty cool card. Alright, and we get our prizes of 2,100 gems, which is over the entry fee by a lot. And then pack. Alright, the final thing I'm going to do on the stream, before giving my closing, you know, how's it going, is just open some packs for you. That'll be fun. But yeah, I guess I'll give the closing spiel while I'm opening packs. I'm glad you're all here. I'm so happy that we had a good time with the core set. It was a fun time. I'm glad y'all had a good time with... Ooh, Ravenous Harpy. This is a pretty cool Harpy. Thorn Lieutenant. I think Thorn Lieutenant is something that could see some play in Standard. Failed to die to a Braid. Ooh, open X10. What does that button do? Let's go ahead and hit that button. Are you ready? We're gonna hit it. The big button. Oh, it just opens up 10, like, rares and doesn't show you anything else. It's just like, go, 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 go. So, anyway, Chaos Wand is a really cool card in this set. Demanding Dragon is a Punisher that's actually reasonable because it's a 5-mana 5/5. Banefire is one of my favorite reprints to see in here. The Graveyard Marshal is a 3/2 for 2. And then this is any Mythic. Anyway, so yeah, that's all for today. Thank you all for joining. Hope you all had a real fun time with Arena. I plan on doing some more stuff tomorrow at some point. If you want to catch more of this or more of the things I end up doing, you can always follow. If you want to see some of the stuff I have done in the past, you can always check out the YouTube archive. YouTube.com/Sly9. And if you want to support the channel, first of all, I'm just glad you're here. If you want to let people know the stream's going on or you enjoy it, that's great. But you can always support the channel with by subscribing too. And you get the cool skull. No pressure on it though. I'm really just glad you're all here having a good time. Anyway, thank you all for joining. Have a good night, everybody.